Centricom, Channel 10 Sports, and Mid-Utah Radio, the sports leader in South Central Utah, now present another exciting high school football game broadcast. This sports broadcast is brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. And now, let's go live to the football field for simulcast coverage of high school football on Mid-Utah Radio and Centricom Channel 10.
And welcome now to Grand County High School. Robert Lovell with you alongside Curtis Marsh in a 2A quarterfinal football action. We apologize for getting on the air late, but we are going to make it before kickoff as they just had a skydive team here in Moab bring in the game ball for tonight's game. And you can see them standing at midfield now as they brought in that game ball. And Curtis, though, you and I have talked about it. This might be the prettiest setting in high school football in the state of Utah. There's a lot of pretty settings throughout the state, but when the LaSalles have the snow-capped mountains behind us and you got the Red Rocks below them, or in front of us, it's saying the Red Rocks below them, it's a pretty setting here for high school football.
Yeah, it might be one of the top, most beautiful sites in the entire country. But just these skydivers came in, 4 of them, delivered the game ball. What a great festive quarterfinal matchup, and a great matchup it is.
Yes, it is.
South Sevier in their white and a little bit of red trim, Grand County in their red, and the captains are getting ready to march out, and we have a little abbreviated pregame tonight.
Yes, we do. A very abbreviated pregame. We did get the opportunity to talk to both Coach Zabriskie and Coach Wells in this one. Coach Wells made sure to mention to me very first thing from Grand County that he is not overlooking South Sevier. They realize that they have gotten better since they played the first time around when Grand won 34-14. He took his captains up to watch the game against ALA last week. They saw Tyson Chisholm run for 425 yards, and so that's what he said. He said, we are not going to look South Sevier. That's one of their main focuses. South Sevier comes in feeling like they've got a good shot to get an upset on the road here. Talking to Coach Zabriskie, he felt like they spotted Grand essentially 21 points when they lost 34-14, then outscored them 14-13 the rest of the way. So he says if everything doesn't go wrong like it did last time, they should be okay.
Well, you know, the pressure's maybe more on Grand County than on the Rams. A 10-point favorite by Max Preps, 12-point favorite by some sites. But I'll tell you, quarterfinal football, Robert, you know, I had done it long enough to know that all those records you can kind of throw out right now because different emotions and what team's healthy, what team's going in. Both teams going in playing well at the end.
Yes, they are, and that is key. As you mentioned already, the captain's meeting at midfield. This, by the way, is the Snow College pregame show. Snow College has a 73% successful transfer or graduation rate with an average class size of 20. Visit snow.edu. Real quick, Curtis, before we get to the next key here with the Chisholm Dentistry opening kickoff, let's get the Utah Independent Bank keys of the game here tonight for the South Sevier Rams.
Well, South Sevier is going to have to be able to throw the ball a little more effective than they did in the matchup earlier. You know, the first game they only got 24 yards from the air and turned the ball over a little bit. They're going to have to get, you know, when Winkle's been up around 100, 125 passing, South Sevier's been really difficult at opens the run games. They're going to have to win the turnover battle, and they're going to have to keep an eye on Trout. You know, they're a tough team to stop because they ran the ball real well, and Stacy Randall, that tight end position, a really, really competent receiver. So, you know, if South Sevier can keep Trout in front of them, win the passing game matchup, and not turn the ball over, I think South Sevier has a shot.
That's your Utah Independent Bank keys of the game. Loan decisions are made right here in town. Utah Independent Bank of Salina, Monroe, and Beaver. Hometown people and hometown spirit. And we will now have the national anthem here at Grand County High School. So after that, we'll come back with the Chisholm Dentistry opening kickoff. That's next here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Work for me!
Honey, are you okay?
Is his internet constipated?
What?
You heard me. Does he
suffer from the buffer?
Yes.
Well, don't suffer anymore. You don't need a magic unicorn to get things flowing again with fiber-fast internet from MTCC.
Side effects may include smooth video streaming, incredible online gaming experiences, the ability to use multiple devices at the same time, and an overall feeling of giddiness. You may even giggle. It's that fast. Some restrictions may apply, not available in all areas.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jones. I'm the OBGYN here at Sanpete Valley Hospital. I specialize in obstetrical care, including low and high-risk deliveries, as well as gynecologic care using the latest techniques and minimally invasive surgery. After working in a busy Southern California hospital for the last 4 years, it's nice to bring my family back to rural Utah and serve the Sanpete Valley and surrounding area.
Hi, this is Kevin Matson with Cache Valley Bank. Is your good old truck not as good as it used to be? Do you need a more dependable set of wheels? Then cruise on over to Cache Valley Bank. We offer great rates, low fees, and quick service on our auto loans. Come and apply today in Ephraim, Mount Pleasant, or Fairview. You'll be glad you did. Cache Valley Bank, a tradition of helping. Member FDIC.
This is Nate Johnson of Risk Managers Insurance in Ephraim, reminding you that we now offer service line failure coverage. This includes the sewer lines, water lines, gas, fiber, and power lines. Many home insurance policies do not cover these sometimes unforeseeable and costly utility failures. For a small annual premium, we can cover your home against these costly failures. Make sure that you are covered. It is not if you need it, but when you need it. Stop by or call Risk Managers at 110 North Main in Ephraim or call 283-4685.
And welcome back here to Grand County High School. Robert Lovell with you alongside Curtis Marsh as we get ready now for the Chisholm Family Dentistry opening kickoff. But first, I want to give you a couple of Sorensen Levitt insurance stat check for you. As coming into this game, South Sevier comes in averaging on the season 31 points per game, and they're giving up 23.5. So they've won by an average of about a touchdown a game this season, while Grand comes in as the number one team out of the South and the third-ranked team in the Mid-Utah Radio High School football rankings. They come in averaging just over 27 points per game, but they've only given up 15 points per game. So they're winning by an average of about 2 touchdowns per game. So, and Coach Wells in the pregame show, the coach's comments, he did talk about the fact that their defense is what has gotten the job done for them this year.
Defense wins championships, and Coach Wells has a long tenure at stopping people, but he faces a formidable challenge tonight with South Sevier's offense. It's playing the best. We talked last week, Robert, the best offensive line production last week of the year for the Rams.
Yes, it was, and they're going to need that tonight. As I've talked about it many times this season. To me, the three best lines in 2A, South Summit, Millard, and Grand. And I don't know which order you'd go that in. I don't know which one's 1, 2, or 3, but those three lines have been big all year, so they're going to need to be big tonight, both sides of the line.
Well, and Grand, run that football, they need those big guys up front to be able to explode off that ball. And they run the flex bone with a variation they call the Grand County version of the flex bone, but a lot of deception. It's hard to find the football, but South Sevier is going to have to try to stop Mr. Trout and company.
There's the kickoff from Dante Wells, a sophomore, taken by Peyton Wood at about the 5-yard line. Wood brings it out across the 10 to the 25, has a hole in the right side. Stiff arm gets hit, wrapped up, and he'll be brought down there at about the 20-yard line is where he goes down as they step back. And they're going to spot, it looks like the 21-yard line. So South Sevier will start on their own 21 with 11:54 to go in the first quarter on the Alvey Lumber scoreboard.
Jimmy Johnson, the sophomore for the Grand Red Devils on the tackle.
So South Sevier with featuring Tyson Chisholm, of course, and had 425 rushing yards last week against ALA. That is the 5th most yards in a game in state history. And we've got Winkle under center, the wing to the right. Wide left is Hesse. They're going to give it to Chisholm. Chisholm left side, had a hole to run through, and lowers the shoulder out across the 25. Going to pick up about 6 yards on the play, does Tyson Chisholm.
Good hard running, good took off that left side of that offensive line. And we thought the offensive line for South Sevier did a good job last time, especially containing their blocks and maintaining them to the whistle. And sometime this year they've made blocks and then let them go and not blocked all the way to the whistle.
Now they've got Yates Taylor wide left, the wing to the right, Winkle under center. Again, Winkle takes a snap. There's the quick pitch out to Carter. Carter to the short side of the field, gets hit. It's going to lose a yard, maybe 2 on the play. Nowhere to go on that pitch.
Joey Cloud on the tackle. Great defensive position, great defensive tackle for Joey Cloud of the Red Devils.
They're going to put it at the 26, so just a loss of a yard on the play. When you run the option or these pitches to the short side of the field, it really makes it tough to trip on your blockers to try to get some plays down the field.
And they run that, they call it rocket pitch. They're trying to get that ball in full speed, but good defense from the Red Devils.
Winkle under center, one receiver wide right. That's going to be Wood. Takes a snap, gives to Chisholm. Chisholm hitting the backfield. Ball
Fumble.
came loose, and Grand jumps on it as Chisholm fumbles, and the Grand Red Devils take over deep in South Sevier territory.
Boy, we talked about that in the keys to the game is controlling ball security. Costly turnover for the Rams. You got the home crowd here. You got you're on the road. The last thing you want to do is give the first snap of the ball, in South Sevier territory.
Going to start on the 24-yard line are the Red Devils. They're going to give it right side to Elmore. Elmore with a big hole to run through. Got wrapped up, broke through it, and is going to be brought down right near the 15-yard line. Looks to be a gain of about 7 or 8 yards on the carry.
And South Sevier had him for, at the line of scrimmage. But he just broke loose and picked up 5 more.
So we're going to call it an 8-yard gain for Elmore. Got Trout in the shotgun, takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Elmore, keeps himself, this time right side, runs over his own man, has a first down and more inside the 5-yard line, knocking on the door of that Apex Foot and Ankle Institute end zone.
Tripped up after a first yard gaining run is Yates Taylor on the tackle, the senior for South Sevier.
Going to put it right on the 6, so a 10-yard gain for Bryant Trout. Quarterback for the Red Devils. Trout again in the shotgun formation. Elmore to his right, takes a snap, fakes the handoff again, keeps it himself, coming right side, got wrapped up, and he'll be brought down by a couple of different Rams on the play. And he's going to pick up about 2 yards down to the 4-yard line.
Yeah, did a good job that time closing that gap.
So
Tyson
make it
Chisholm
second and
on
goal
the
from the
tackle.
4.
Little help from his defensive lineman.
You have a flag on the play as well.
Personal foul on South Sevier, being at half the distance down to about the 3-yard line.
It was on the 4, so I can put it down to 2, it looks like.
You get some face masks when you tackle high. When your launch point's high, you don't need to be up around the face mask at all. If you're tackling eyes to the thighs and, getting down.
First and goal from the 2. Takes a snap, going to give it right side.
Touchdown.
And into the end zone, touchdown, Red Devils, and Grand strikes first.
Well, just a great hard-nosed run that time. That is number 32. Stacy Randall, the tight end, on the run. They run that double tight set with the fullback up front, the quarterback in shotgun. That makes it kind of hard to find the ball.
Extra point from Wells is up, and that is good. So with 9:48 to go in the first quarter on the Alvey Lumber scoreboard, it is Grand 7, South Sevier 0 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Bugs, spiders, I don't mind them. That is until they cross the threshold into my house. Then it's war. Stop the fighting in your house and get year-round protection with EcoLife. EcoLife is offering their Pest Shield package at just $19.99 per month with guaranteed results. You'll get unlimited service calls, an outdoor pest shield, cobweb cleanup, and winter pest treatment, all with a product that is child and pet safe. So call EcoLife today to protect your home with Pest Shield, 435-283-6002, or go to ecolifeusa.com.
Campus life at Snow College is awesome. On our small, friendly, residential campus, you can participate in fun student life events, join student clubs, and cheer on our nationally ranked athletic teams. And if you want adventure, you can find about every outdoor activity imaginable just minutes from campus. Come check out Snow College and see why it's one of the best two-year schools in the nation at snow.edu.
And welcome back here to Grand County High School. 7-0 your score on the Alvey Lumber scoreboard. A South Sevier fumble led to a short 24-yard touchdown drive by Grand to take the lead in this one. Dante Wells set to kick it away. The Chisholm Dentistry kickoff. And Peyton Wood back to receive. Takes it at his own 7-yard line. Comes up the middle and works his way up a seam through the middle. A stiff arm to break a tackle out across the 30-yard line. Nice return from Peyton Wood to give South Sevier a decent field position.
Well, he just got that burst and just put his head down, and he could have cracked one block there. He would have been off to the races, but good, much better field position than the first time. But, Robert, turnovers will kill you. In playoffs, they'll kill you. But South Sevier spotted him 21 the first game, and now 7 this game.
So it is now 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line for South Sevier. They've got Hessian at the wide out, wide left. Going to send Gaylor in motion. Winkle takes a snap, gives to Gaylor. Gaylor trying to get the edge on the far side of the field. Good blocking downfield. He's got a Mason Machinery first down and a few more as he gets forced out of bounds across the 40-yard line.
And you talked, Robert, earlier about Gaylor needing to have a big game. Very capable athlete, and he moved the chains.
Looks like you're going to give him exactly 10 yards on that one for Tucker Gaylor. For that Mason Machinery first down. Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora, they know the farming business.
And they'll run Palmer, and they'll run, Morrison. They'll run Gaylor, Carter.
Winkle under center, takes a snap, takes the hand off to Chisholm, rolls the pass to his left, throws the out route to Chisholm, gets hit, and he'll be brought down. Nice tackle there for the Red Devils.
That was a great tackle as Braden Trout comes in. You know, Braden and his twin brother's quarterback. And they don't play him a lot on offense because he had an injury. But next year he'll probably play that slot back or something for the Grand Red Devils, but great open field tackle.
He might be their best defensive player, and their defense has been superb all year, but they were still fine without him for the last 2 weeks.
What a great addition to add him.
One receiver wide right. They send Carter in motion. There's the fake pitch, hand up to Chisholm, hit in the backfield, and down he goes. Again, it's Trout in the backfield.
I talked to the coaching staff. They felt like that Trout would have probably played offensively without the injury, but right now they just kind of anchor that defense with him.
They're going to give Chisholm 1 yard on the carry. So make it 3rd down and a long 8 for the Rams from their own 45-yard line right near midfield. Going to go tripped right. Chisholm, the inside receiver. Wide right, 2 receivers out right. One back in the backfield. Winkle drops the pass, looks to his right, throws for the slant route. That's going to be incomplete as he was looking for Hesse, and it'll be knocked down. It'll make it 4th down for the Rams.
Well, there was nothing open there. You look as he takes a 3-step drop and releases that ball, but the coverage was superb, and South Sevier's going to have to punt the ball.
They've had good success with that slant route the last couple of weeks against North Sevier and ALA, but right there, as you mentioned, not open. And I'm sure that Coach Wells and the Grand coaching staff saw on film how much they went to that slant route the last couple of weeks.
Well, it was effective last week, but
Joey Cloud back to receive the punt now as Brad Taylor set to kick it away. Good at punt by Taylor. Cloud at the 20-yard line, takes it from there, gets hit by Carter, and Carter able to bring him down. Nice open field tackle by Brody Carter for the Rams.
Yeah, great kick too by Taylor, and that open field tackle is a tough tackle to make for Carter, but caught him right in his tracks and brought him down. Big possession. You don't want to go down 2 scores on the road.
8:15 to go in the first quarter. Grand takes over at their own 20-yard line.
And when they run this flex bone, Robert, it's interesting because it looks like reads, doesn't it? It looks like quarterback's making a read with the fullback and he's giving it to the tailback. But most of the plays are called by Coach Wells.
Trout going to send a man in motion, takes a snap, gives it this side to Elmore. Elmore trying to get the edge, had a stiff arm, has a big hole. He's down the sideline. Chisholm giving chase, will push him out of bounds. But out across the 40-yard line near the 45 at a 24-yard run for Trent Elmore.
Boy, and they had him at the line of scrimmage. And you're talking about just a major stiff arm with that left hand. Got himself some space.
To the 44-yard line. Big run from Trent Elmore. Elmore now with 32 yards on just 2 carries in the game. 1st and 10 on the Mason Machinery, 1st down. Trout again in the shotgun, going to send a man in motion, fix the handoff there, keeps himself going left side, gets hit from behind, but he's going to get across the 45 to the 46 for about a 2, maybe 2.5 yard gain.
Yeah, pretty good defense that time, South Sevier. Tries to run on that left side of the core and tackled over there as Zane Flake, the junior, number 73, makes the stop for the Rams.
For Richfield Wildcat fans at the half, Summit Academy leads Richfield 21-14. Richfield had a touchdown called out of bounds. Replay showed it inbounds, but they called it out of bounds. Would have tied the game.
Ooh, tough break, but good comeback for Richfield.
Yeah, halftime score. Big hole up the middle for Elmore. He'll be tripped up, a shoestring tackle there. I'm not sure who made it. Looks like Peyton Wood might have just got his hands on the shoestrings to stop Elmore from going all the way, but another Mason Machinery 1st down and a 9-yard run for Elmore.
Yeah, he saw a lot of green in front of him, and he's quick. South Sevier's going to have to stop this run. All the way in South Sevier territory in 3 plays comes the Grand Red Devils.
So 1st and 10 from the South Sevier 45-yard line. Trout again in the shotgun formation. 7:13 to go in the first quarter. They lead at 7-0 on the Albee Lumber scoreboard. Trout takes a snap, drops the pass. Heavy rush coming, gets hit, trying to avoid it, throws, and Peyton Wood intercepts it for the Rams. He's coming down the sideline, and he makes a move inside. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds, though, right near midfield. Now 2 late flags will come in, and Peyton Wood, with his 5th interception of the season, makes a big play for the Rams, but 2 flags fly late on this play.
And great read from Peyton Wood. They flushed him out of the pocket. Great pressure on the Rams, and Peyton Wood comes up. And I think they're going to have a block in the back on that. But great return.
One flag there. After he stepped out of bounds, though, is when that first flag flew. Then the second one came in. That is likely a dead ball one.
A dead ball and a live ball foul can be both walked off, so it could be a 30-yard penalty, you know.
But again, I think that first flag flew after he stepped out of bounds. I think that's what the officials are discussing right here. Because the sideline official, he came down waving that one, saying that the play was dead.
They're calling
go
a hold.
Hold on Grand. That is declined. And then a block in the back on South Sevier. Now, what are they calling here?
Personal foul on
Grand. So 3 flags on the play. I didn't see the flag at midfield. Apparently, he lost his yellow flag. He's using a pink one at midfield.
Well, the umpire's going to get his training put to use as he brings the ball back to the 40, walks off that penalty, and he's going to take that ball all the way down to the 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10.
Yeah, big play there for the South Sevier Rams.
Was that Branson Palmer who put the pressure on him there?
It was. Palmer was right there in his face. So South Sevier takes over on the Grand 35-yard line with 7 minutes to go in the first quarter, down 7-0.
And Grand capitalized on their turnover. Can the Rams?
That's the 9th interception thrown this season by Bryant Trout. Winkle under center, one receiver wide left, the wing to the right, hand off to Palmer up the middle. His first carry of the game, he's going to pick up about 4 yards down to the 31 or 32-yard line. Looks like they're going to spot at the 32, so just a 3-yard pickup for Palmer.
Hard-nosed kid, ran hard, got picked up, kind of planted, and brings up a 2nd and about 7. When Gaylor, Palmer, Morrison run the ball, it kind of takes out. You know, a lot of teams are going to key on Tyson. They're going to monster him. They're going to have somebody always knowing where he's at. That makes lanes more effective, even for Chisholm.
Winkle takes a snap. Going to get to Chisholm right side, cuts up the middle, gets hit as the linebacker again, Braden Trout. Braden Trout having a monster game early defensively for the Red Devils as he has not given Chisholm any room. It appears to me, Curtis, that he's almost just spying Chisholm.
He's just, I'll tell you, he came in there and he made a hit.
So no gain on the carry for Chisholm. 5 yards on 4 carries so far.
Yeah, 4 down territory here for the Rams.
And we would like to welcome in now our radio listeners on KMTI. Trayson Winkle under center for South Sevier, rolls the pass, looks to his right, heavy pressure coming, throws, and that's going to be intercepted. Braden Trout again makes a play for the Red Devils, and Wyatt Morrison will bring him to the ground. And now some pushing back and forth, and a flag will come in on the far side of the field. Just depends on which team it is on. But Braden Trout having a monster game for the Red Devils, picks it off.
It's going to be a personal foul on South Sevier.
Well, I think it came in after the tackle. The question is, who's it going to be on? Because both sides started pushing there.
I think they're going to call South Sevier on this one. But that's just a ball you can't throw right there. You're throwing into coverage, run the ball, but don't turn it over.
Whitecap letting us know what the call will be. And as you mentioned, it's going to be South Sevier. They are moving the ball forward. Personal foul on South Sevier. So first down there, they'll put the ball at the 36-yard line is where they'll put it. So after South Sevier gets a big interception, they just give it right back with an interception of their own. Second turnover by the Rams. And Grand leads this one 7-0 on the Alvey Lumber scoreboard with 5:41 to go in the first quarter. Got Braden Trout under in the shotgun, takes a snap, keeps it himself in the middle, big hole to run through, and Peyton Wood going to bring him down after a gain of about 2, maybe 3 yards. Had a big hole, but Wood wisely stayed home and made the play.
You know, defensively, South Sevier got off on the ball pretty well, but great tackle from Peyton, because if he doesn't make that tackle, he picks up 10.
South Sevier had the ball first, and on their third play of their first drive, Chisholm fumbled it. Grand took over, just had 24 yards to go for a touchdown to take the lead. That's where we stand now, 7-0. We've had 2 interceptions, 1 for each team since then. Elmore trying to get the edge, right side, gets hit, driven back. 2 more Rams join in and drive him to the ground. Big play there for a tackle for loss for South Sevier.
Yeah, that tackle comes in there, and a lot of pressure there. Zach Roberts, Peyton Wood. That'll help with Bryce Healy, and loss of 2.
They're going to say all the way back to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, loss of 3 yards.
Stop here. South Sevier can get the ball back. trailing 7-0.
Braden Trout, shotgun formation, third and a long 9 for Grand in their own territory. Trout takes a snap, rolls the pass, looking for Elmore, going to throw instead for the tight end, and overthrew everybody down the field. He was looking for Trey Meyer, and it falls incomplete. So 4th and 9 for the Red Devils.
Well, just really good coverage over there. Yates had him deep, and South Sevier had the underneath coverage there, and forced the first punt of the game for Grand.
Yes, it is. We've had a punt and 2 turnovers by South Sevier, and now a touchdown, a turnover, and a punt from Grand as the sophomore backup quarterback, Dante Wells, comes in to kick it away.
He's a threat to run.
He is the punter on the team. Bad snap through his legs. The ball's on the ground. A rugby-style punt. He got it away, and that's going to go out of bounds just across midfield.
48-yard line. But what an effective play from Dante Wells. I mean, he had pressure. A bad snap. He's running for his life and had the wherewithal to kick that ball. Actually, a pretty good play.
It really was a good play by Wells as the pressure was coming, got it away. But South Sevier, best field position they've had except other than the interception.
Yeah, 46-yard line for South Sevier, but good stop for South Sevier.
Again, 7-0 your score. Grand leads South Sevier on the Albee Lumber scoreboard. In the winner of this game plays the winner of Beaver Delta. Beaver now leads that one 20-8 in the third quarter. Going to send Chisholm in motion, give it to him. Chisholm cuts back on the inside, nowhere to go as the block kicked out on the far side of the line. And so Chisholm tried to cut up, and that's where all the Red Devils were waiting. Going to be a loss of about a yard or 2 on the carry.
Boy, tough sledding. You know, Tyson in the first game ran for, only had 9 carries for 81 yards, but South Sevier's going to need to get him untracked. They're going to have a chance to win this ball game tonight.
Under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Grand. Going to be a loss of just a yard on that last play. Now they've got the wing to the left, 1 receiver wide right. Winkle rolls the pass. Pressure's coming. Got a block. Throws. Has a man open. Wyatt Morrison dropped it right through his hands. He would have had an easy first down and more, but couldn't hang on.
Good pass from Winkle. Morrison had it at the 39-yard line. Would have run down to the 30. They run that little waggle play. There is a flag on the play.
In the area of a hold. Let's see what it is for sure here. It looks like that's going to be the case. Looking like they're going to march it off against South Sevier. Nope, they're going to march it off against Grand, it looks like now.
You see
the
the
official changes
here.
direction.
Personal
foul. Didn't give us what it was. I don't know if it was a
signal.
roughing the passer. That's where the personal foul would likely be right there. But a big play for South Sevier as they get a Mason Machinery first down courtesy of the personal foul.
Yeah, hard to have a roughing the passer when your quarterback's on a waggle, but I don't know. Nonetheless, down to the 39-yard line of the Rams.
That's right, in Grand territory. They're going to send Chisholm in motion, take the snap, fake it to him, give it to Palmer. He bobbled it. Ball's on the ground, and everybody's there. Looked like the Rams might have covered it for about a 5-yard gain, and that's what they're going to say. The WATCHit comes in and says second down. Fortunate there for South Sevier as that ball was bouncing all over the place.
I think Branson Palmer, was that him, picked that ball up? But
I think it came from the side. Branson Palmer was one carrying. I think it came from it might have been Wyatt Morrison who jumped on it.
Boy, South Sevier's ball security right now. You got a great opportunity down here, and now you get a break.
Winkle under center. The wing to the left, 1 receiver wide right. Takes a snap. Gives it left side to Chisholm. Chisholm going to cut inside. Gets hit by Elmore. Dives forward. A flag will come in. He's going to be about a yard shy of the first down if it stands. Flag does come in from the near sideline, though.
Boy, you got to be impressed with
Give me a
Trout
hold
over there.
on South Sevier, though.
Yep. At that spot right there, it's going to take you all the way back here to the 45.
Make it second down and about 16.
Yeah. Boy, impressed with 34, aren't you?
Yeah, Braden Trout having a great game. He's been the leader defensively all year. Came into this game with 71 tackles, and that's missing 2 games. So he was averaging 10 tackles a game.
Well, he's just got leverage. He's got toughness, and you could write a clinic on the way he tackles.
That was his first interception of the season, though, by the way, when he picked it that last drive for South Sevier. Second down and 16.
Just a junior, the twin brother of the quarterback.
Going to send Chisholm in motion. Winkle takes a snap, fakes a handoff, rolls the pass, has Palmer open. He's got him. Palmer trying to get the edge, has a first down and more downfield, cuts inside, gets wrapped up and will be brought down. But a big play for the Rams and another Mason Machinery first down near the 20-yard line.
That's a 24-yard pitch and catch to Branson Palmer.
Yeah, they'll spot it at the 21. So as you mentioned, 24-yard play. And for Winkle, he's now 2 for 5. A couple of drops in there for 25 yards.
Getting some yardage on that waggle, and you watch just a really solid first down.
So score remains 7-0. Grand with the lead on the Albee Lumber scoreboard. Peyton Wood wide left in single coverage. They do send Carter in motion. Fake the pitch. Give it up the middle to Palmer. Flags will come in. And they're going to blow this one dead.
Yep.
We have movement on the line. What's the penalty here? Yeah, movement on the line. As we look at the replay, you can see South Sevier on the false start. So another penalty pushes back the Rams.
Boy, the little discipline things just make your life harder.
Already 4 penalties for 33 yards for South Sevier.
Four penalties and 2 turnovers.
Yeah. And they're still only down 7-0. So first down and 15 for the Rams. Winkle under center, takes a snap. Going to give it to Chisholm. Chisholm in the left side, broke a tackle, got hit low, and he'll be brought down as Cloud just got enough of him to knock him down, and Trent Elmore cleaned it up for the Red Devils.
Boy, they're just pursuing with that entire team on Chisholm. Just the linebackers are moving. You watch them just pursuing the ball.
6 carries for just 7 yards so far for Chisholm. They're not letting him get going. 2:05 to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Grand on the Albee Lumber scoreboard. Once again, we do appreciate you tuning in on both Centricom and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. Going to go twins to each side. Going to send a man in motion right to left. That's Carter. Fake the handoff. Throw on the slant route. Morrison pulls it out of the sky. What a grab by Wyatt Morrison. He's got a first down inside the 10-yard line. Morrison, after dropping one earlier, makes a big catch there.
I'll tell you, that may be the best catch of the year. I mean, that ball was a jump ball. Winkle throws it out to his right. Morrison just goes up high on the coverage and then makes a nice 7-8 yard run. Good play for Morrison.
15-yard gain for the Mason Machinery, first down to the 8-yard line. So first and goal from the 8 now for the Rams as they're trying to tie this game up, approaching the Apex Foot and Ankle Institute end zone. Winkle again under center. Going to send Chisholm in motion. Takes a snap. Gives to Chisholm. Chisholm right side. Cuts inside. Dives to the end zone. Is he in? Yes, he is. Touchdown, Rams.
Great blocking up front. Great patience from Chisholm as he takes that block. Gets a great block on the edge from, see that block right there. He got just a great block there. And that's Yates Taylor.
Yates Taylor making the block there. 7-6 your score. Brad Taylor on to try to tie this game.
Speaking of Yates, he'll be the holder for Taylor. Chance to tie this game. And you know what? As tough as it's gone against South Sevier in the first quarter, to be tied, pretty surprising.
Yes, it is. Snap is good. Hold is down. Kick is up. Short kick, and it did just squeak through from Brad Taylor. So we're all knotted up 7-7 on the Albee Lumber scoreboard on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
No matter how you connect, Centricom delivers fast, reliable internet and powerful whole-home mesh Wi-Fi throughout your home for intense gaming, easy sharing, and buffer-free streaming on every device all at once. With experts ready to help. Connect to faster internet. Connect with Centra Wi-Fi. Connect to now. Call or click Centricom.com to upgrade your internet today.
My name is Richard Anderson. I'm one of the general surgeons working at Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi, Utah. My trajectory was not into surgery at first. I decided to become a research scientist, but I had no opportunity to work with people. Since moving to this area, I have made lasting friends, lifelong friends, and I have enjoyed providing the same sort of quality surgical care that they can obtain in Salt Lake or Provo, but with more prompt and certainly more personal service.
Tyson Chisholm with an 8-yard touchdown run, and South Sevier is on the board. We're knotted up at 7 here in the 2A quarterfinal game between the South Sevier Rams and the Grand Red Devils on the Albee Lumber scoreboard. 1:23 to go in the first quarter. Brad Taylor on to kick it away. The Chisholm Dentistry kickoff. Call Chisholm Family Dentistry for an appointment at 527-3555. Ball is going to be taken to the 20-yard line by the Red Devils. Hole up the middle, and they'll bring it out across the 40-yard line. Good return for Grand as Chris Thompson brings that one quickly down the field.
Yeah, not a deep kick from for South Sevier, but returned well from Grand and near You start on that 40-yard line, I tell you, it opens up the playbook. You can pass the ball, you can run the ball. You're not in the shadow of your own end zone. And
I'm going to bet that Grand runs the ball.
well, they've struggled throwing the ball, and on the reverse side, they're literally forcing South Sevier to throw the football.
Yeah, they are.
They got everybody in the box, and Winkle's throwing some good balls. That touchdown, maybe credit to Wyatt Morrison's big grab.
Yeah, big catch. Trout will be in the shotgun formation, tied to each side. Kind of what they call a flex bone offense. Direct snap to Thompson. Thompson bobbled it. A stiff arm in the backfield, broke another tackle, and Thompson making something out of nothing. Nearly has a first down. Should have been tackled for a loss, and the Rams just couldn't bring him down.
Yeah, that's just not good defensive effort that time. I mean, it was a botched fumble. They had all day to get to him, and people just slow to getting up and get him.
Ends up being a 9-yard run and what should have been at least a loss of probably 2 or 3 yards.
Absolutely.
Gets pushed out of bounds by Peyton Wood at the end there. 2nd down and 1. Trout shotgun formation right at midfield from the 50-yard line. Takes a snap. Fakes the handoff to Elmore, hitting the backfield, broke it, but he did just get tripped up as Bryce Healy got enough of him to bring him down. It'll be a loss of yards.
And Healy brings up a 3rd and 4. You know, they run that formation. The quarterback's in shotgun. Right to his side is your tailback, but the fullback's up front behind the guard. You got a wing back on the side, and a lot of times they'll run that little fly motion with that wing back, but
big play by Bryce Healy there. Looked like Trout had broken that tackle, but just tripped him up enough to bring him down. So it's 3rd and 5 for the Red Devils. Flex bone to the right. Trout going to send a man in motion. That's Randall. Fake the handoff there. Give it to Elmore. Elmore coming right side. Cuts it the middle. Has a first down. Hurdles the defender. And then he'll be brought down about the 40-yard line. A flag will come in from the back judge. But a big run for Elmore for what right now would be a Mason Machinery first down if it stands.
Boy, he's quick. Gets to that seam and just plows forward. Let's see if we can pick up the penalty right here. Are they going to call hurdling?
They're going to wave it off.
Okay.
Going to wave it off. So no penalty there. So a Mason Machinery first down run for Elmore down to the 42-yard line. Now another flag will come in. And the South Sevier players trying to plead their case on this one. Not sure what happened. Something must have been said right there by South Sevier, and they threw the flag. So the South Sevier players pleading their case with the back judge right now.
He's going to come over and give an explanation to Coach Zabriskie, so that penalty is going to go.
Five carries for 50 yards for Trent Elmore in this game so far.
I don't think they're... Yeah, it's
unsportsmanlike conduct on South Sevier. So something must have been said that the official didn't appreciate, and a flag was thrown.
That's 2 dead ball personal fouls from South Sevier, and you know you got to discipline yourself to just zip your mouth, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Takes him down to the 27-yard line. 5 penalties for 48 yards now on the Rams.
Yeah, you talk like that, you hurt your football team.
1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. Trout going to send Randall in motion. Takes a snap, gives it to Elmore. Elmore cuts it the middle, gets hit, keeps lowering the shoulder, keeps driving down to the 20-yard line. Nice run for Trent Elmore as he picks up 7 yards on the play.
Tackle over there after the first down, Zach Roberts.
That's going to be how the first quarter comes to an end as the final few seconds will tick off on the clock. At the end of one on the Albee Lumber scoreboard, it's South Sevier 7, Grand 7, 2A quarterfinal football action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
You've heard for years that Gunnison Market is your hometown grocer. Now Gunnison Market offers you a hometown pharmacist. Come experience friendly hometown service from Sean Sorensen at Gunnison Market Pharmacy. Sean grew up in Gunnison and offers competitive prices, expert advice, and convenient hours, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday and 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Explore the loyalty card benefits, which gives you a free gift card for every 10 prescriptions filled. Call 528-7555 or visit Gunnison Market Pharmacy.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking in Salina has built a reputation of untied unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking in Salina is now hiring local drivers. If you're looking for a solid career in the trucking industry that has a positive working environment, join the big blue trucks of Barney Trucking. The job includes benefits, training, retirement, and requires a Class A CDL license and an endorsement for doubles and triples. To apply, go to barneytrucking.com or call 529-4422. That's 529-4422.
So we go to the second quarter here at Grand County High School with the score tied 7-7 into a quarterfinal football action. Second down and 3 for the Red Devils coming out of the quarter break. And they're deep in South Sevier territory down to the 20-yard line, nearing that Apex Foot and Ankle Institute end zone. For new or old sports injuries, ankle and foot pain, bunions, hammer toes, or toenail problems, call Apex Foot and Ankle Institute in Richfield. That's 287-2444. Dr. Vilayami Vakauda-Kakala there at Apex Foot and Ankle Institute. Trout in the shotgun formation, takes a snap, going to give it to, nope, keeps it himself on the fake handoff. He got across the line of scrimmage, but no more as he was hit there by a bevy of South Sevier players.
Yeah, good job that time for South Sevier, forcing the 3rd and 3.
Yep, 3rd and just over 2 yards. 4 down territory here, but they do have a good field goal kicker in sophomore Dante Wells.
Well, he's got a lot of leg and definitely in field goal range for him, but with the success they're having on the ground, I think they're going to run it twice.
Great line anchored by the captain on this Grand team, Brody Williams at center. One of the best lines in 2A. Trout in the shotgun, takes a snap, gives it to Randall. Randall cuts inside, has room to run on the outside. Yates Traylor giving pursuit, not going to get there. Touchdown, Red Devils.
When Randall's the tight end, and you see that play, he's lined up on the right side of the field. He comes in motion, little fly sleep motion, got a good block on the edge, and then just outran South Sevier for a touchdown.
His second touchdown of the game for the Red Devils.
He's a kid with 500 yards passing. He needs 61 yards to get to 500.
Receiving.
Yeah. You know, he's just a good athlete. Showed his speed there when he got to the edge.
So Grand back in front, 13-7, PAT pending here. Dante Wells on to kick the extra point. Kick is up, and that is good. So he knocks it through. That'll make it 14-7. Grand with the touchdown lead over South Sevier on the Alvey Lumber scoreboard with 11:11 to go in the first half on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Oh, no. Got broken stuff? You've always known Hermanson's Hardware in Ephraim to be your one-stop shop for hardware, building supplies, and help with fixing your broken stuff. But did you also know that they've become Sanpete's destination paint center? Regardless of your paint color, Hermanson's can mix and match it from their database of over 350,000 competitive colors. As always, you can expect good old hometown service from the friendly and knowledgeable staff. Hermanson's Hardware in Ephraim, it's how going to a hardware store should be.
You've seen Zions Bank's name at sporting events, performances, and fundraisers. We're just about everywhere. Your children and grandchildren see Zions' dedicated employees in their classroom, teaching them how to save. We do all this because we have skin in the game. We support South Central Utah because we live and work here too. So we're as committed to this community's future as you are. When it comes to choosing to bank at Zions, rest assured you're selecting a company dedicated to bringing value to South Central Utah's businesses, individuals, and families.
ZionsBank.com, member FDIC.
And welcome back here to Grand County High School. Robert Lovell with you alongside Curtis Marsh as we are in the second quarter action here in the 2A quarterfinal game between the Red Devils of Grand and the South Sevier Rams. And it is Grand leading right now 14-7 after a 19-yard touchdown run by Stacy Randall, his second touchdown of the game. Now on the kick return here by Peyton Wood. He's going to be stood up at the 15-yard line.
Well, he thought he carried into the end zone, which stops it in high school football. But if your momentum carries you into the end zone, it's not the same thing. If you catch it in play and your momentum carries you in, then the ball's still live. And I think he thought he was going to get a whistle.
Right, was expecting that. So as a result, kind of a late return there. So South Sevier starts on their own 15-yard line with 11:05 to go in the first half, down 14-7.
Had the ball cleared the plane in high school football, it's dead automatically. It's out to the 20. But where he touched it at the 1, momentum carried him into the end zone. So 85 yards to go for the Rams.
Down 14-7. Winkle under center, one receiver wide left. They're going to go receiver to the right. Takes a snap, gives to Chisholm. Chisholm met by Elmore and Braden Trout. The two have done it all game long defensively, but after a 5-yard pickup, it'll make it 2nd and 5.
Good solid run that time, but these kids are tackling. You know, sometimes Tyson has a tendency to wear people down as the game
You
goes.
see a big second half often at a Chisholm.
Yeah, and you tackle a kid like that, it's okay in the first quarter. The second quarter, the third quarter gets a little iffy. We saw that last week with LA.
Let's give you a score update. 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Beaver leads Delta 20-8. Winkle under center, takes a snap, gives to Chisholm. Nope, keeps it himself. There's the option, pitches it out to Carter. Carter trying to get the edge. Nowhere to go as, again, Braden Trout meets him there. It's going to be a loss of about 3 yards on the carry.
Somebody's going to need to block 34 from Grand, because let's watch his pursuit ankle right here. He just floats. He strings the play out, and once he sees it, he just puts his head down and meets him head on.
Having a great game is Trout. So a loss of about 2 yards on the carry there for Carter. Carter now 2 carries for -3 yards.
Well, you find right now he's on that right side of the field. I think South Sevier needs to run the other side.
He's been everywhere.
He has.
That's the problem. 3rd down and 7 now for the Rams. They're going to send a man in motion left to right. Take the snap, roll to pass. There's the screen back to Chisholm. Chisholm with room to run, and he's got the first down, lowers the shoulder out to the 35-yard line. Going to be a pickup of about 13 yards on the play.
That great call from Coach Zabriskie there. That's just a great thing. Pick up the first down. You run the swing. They set up that wall over on the left side right in front of the South Sevier coaches. Zach Roberts out in front.
13-yard gain on the screen pass.
South Sevier much more effective through the air than on the ground right now.
4 for 7 passing for Winkle for 53 yards. He did throw 1 reception, but one of those passes dropped, and now we got Braden Trout. He just threw up at midfield.
Shoot, you hate to see that because
again, having just a phenomenal game for Grand, and he's hurt.
Throwing up again. Sometimes throwing up, I hate to say it, but it can be a sign of a concussion too. But hopefully it's something that hit him in the stomach.
Right. Yeah,
or
he
something.
Just took his helmet off and threw up at midfield. He's slowly working his way off the field. That'd be a big loss for the Red Devils.
He's just played an incredible first quarter of football.
Having a great game.
There's no. Get him some water and.
Yeah, you can tell he's not right. Winkle take the snap as we resume action. Give it to Gaylor. Gaylor got a block, cuts inside. Flag will come in. That pink flag from the umpire. And now another flag will come in. And ball is going to be at about the 38-yard line. If it stands, it'll be a nice pickup, about 7 yards. But multiple flags coming in. One of them definitely going to be a personal foul variety. That second one that came in late down the field. Question is, which team is it going to be on?
Well, it's going to go against the Rams.
Well, the first one I'm sure is. That pink flag, I'd imagine, is a hold.
I think they're both going to be against South Sevier, and they're going to hold on the Rams.
Not blocking the back on the Rams. That'll be declined, and then it's going to be a hold on the Rams. That'll be accepted.
So they're going to take the flag, the pink flag. They're going to use the enforcement from the pink flag. They're both spot fouls, so.
And they'll march it back from the 30 back to the 31 down to the 21-yard line. So another big penalty on South Sevier. 6 penalties. Actually, I missed one of those penalties when they had the 3 penalties on one play. So actually 7 penalties for over 70 yards.
Boy, that's just tough to sustain drives and move the chains when you're having penalties.
Makes it now 1st down and 20 from your own 21-yard line for the Rams. Going to go trips right. Lone tailback is Gaylor. Winkle under center. Takes a snap. Fakes the pitch. Inside handoff. Nope, nowhere to go as he got hit in the backfield. Looking for the inside handoff to Chisholm, but he got hit first. Wisely just covered up the ball so as not to have a fumble.
It could have been
big defensive play by the Red Devils.
It could have been on the ground. Just they pulled everybody to the left.
Now coming in there for Grand, Jarrett Reedhead in there along with, I think that was Clint Backus in there making a play.
And usually when they run that ball, when they pull both guards to the left, they're running buck sweep, but that didn't look like buck sweep.
Going to be a loss of 5 yards on the carry for Winkle, and that'll make it now 2nd down and 25 for the Rams. Same formation, trips right, Winkle under center, Gaylor in the backfield. Winkle takes a snap, rush is coming, there's the blitz, there's a screen pass back to Gaylor. Gaylor up the middle, runs into Dante Wells, ran him over, broke another tackle. Gaylor with room to run on the far side of the field has a 1st down and more. And then he'll be met across midfield. What a run by Tucker Gaylor down to the 40-yard line in Grand territory.
48 yards, is that?
He
Started on the 15.
There is a late flag. Again, the pink flag. It's hard to see when they throw that pink flag with all the red jerseys around. They spot the ball on the 45-yard line, so as it stands, it'll be a 39-yard gain.
Great run from Gaylor. 2 big plays. One from Morrison, little screen pass. And, you punish a team that's aggressive, right, with the screens. They're going to bring guys, they're going to shoot gaps. You run that screen, you punish them.
Personal foul, face mask on Grand, so march it down to the 30-yard line. Big play for South Sevier.
Big play for Gaylor.
Yeah.
You set up that screen, you set up that wall, you let the guys through to your quarterback and then throw over the top of him, set that wall up and get guys, you get your big guys out in space. And Gaylor did a great job.
So the penalty takes it down to the 30. Winkle takes the snap, gives it out to Gaylor. Gaylor gets hit, lowers the shoulder, broke the tackle, kept on going, but he's still going to lose yards as great pursuit by the Red Devils defense.
Yeah, finally brought down over there by Austin Johnson for the Grand, but showing a lot of heart right now, Gaylor. He just says, come on, guys, I can't beat 7 guys.
That's right. Gaylor going to lose 2 yards there, so he's got 2 carries for 8 yards, but a big 39-yard screen pass. So 2nd down and 12 in Grand territory, 32-yard line, 7:33 to go in the first half on the Albee Lumber scoreboard. One receiver wide left, that's Taylor in single coverage, guarded by Stacy Randall. Winkle takes a snap, looking for Taylor. Nope, going to go across the middle to Morrison and just overthrew everybody. And really probably not a bad pass there from Winkle because that would have been throwing into coverage had he tried to sneak it into Morrison.
Well, I agree, but it's still going to bring up a 3rd and about 12.
Yeah, 3rd down and 12. You're in probably 4-down territory here if you're South Sevier.
Yeah, I would think for sure. But I think the fact that Coach Z is mixing it up with the run and the pass is making it tougher for Grant to key on that run.
Beaver has added to their lead. Under 4 minutes left there in Delta. Beaver leads 27-8. Beaver on their way to another semifinal appearance.
To face the winner of this game right now.
Yes, it is. Winkle takes a snap and shotgun. High snap, brought it down, and then just got delivered a shot. Coming in, Clint Backus for the Red Devils with the sack.
And Clint came up the A-gap, and he did not even get touched. As you watch that, he just went right up the middle. And I think they're going to have to punt the football.
Yeah, that marched him back far enough that probably is no longer in 4-down territory as it put him back to the 40-yard line, a loss of 8 yards on the play. Big play by Clint Backus there to end what was looking like a solid South Sevier drive.
Yeah, promising drive, stalls. The sun sets over the LaSalle's right now, snow-packed peaks. Just a beautiful scenery from the booth as we're looking to our east.
Taylor set to kick it away, rugby-style punt. And that's going to bounce at the 5. Nice hop for South Sevier as it's going to stay inside the 10-yard line.
Great kick from
Taylor. It's going to bounce to the 10. It's going to stay at the 10-yard line. Yeah, great kick from Brad Taylor.
Especially running rugby kicker. He's running to his left and kicks it. He's a left-footed kicker, though.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people, they think if that quarterback's going to put it down run, he's coming right, but not Taylor, who's left-handed. Left-footed, I guess.
Yeah.
He could be right-handed, left-footed, I guess.
Sure,
right?
he could be.
Could be just all messed up like me.
So their own 10-yard line is where Grand will start from with a 1-touchdown lead on the Albee Lumber scoreboard. 6:26 to go in the first half. 14-7 Grand leads South Sevier as they start from their own 10-yard line. Going to go Trout in the shotgun formation. Going to send Randall in motion. Give it to Randall. Randall trying to get the edge. Has the corner. And breaking through is Brody Carter. Is Carter going to come through and make the tackle, force him out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. Maybe a gain of 4 or 5 yards on the carry for Randall.
Yeah, last time he ran it in for 6. This time stopped after 4. Randall asking for a face mask.
There was a slight face mask hit there, one of those inadvertent ones that the line judge on the near side must not have seen it. Because Carter definitely hit the face mask initially because of the stiff arm. Arm came out, bumped up Carter's arm, and as a result hit the face mask. 6:19 to go in the first half. Trout, shotgun formation. Takes a snap. Going to keep it himself, right, left side, cuts back to the right side, broke a tackle, broke another tackle. Now he'll be tripped up by Chisholm at about the 30, the 27 or 28-yard line.
Boy, it's just, you got to make these tackles. You got a shot to make it at the line of scrimmage, and he breaks 4 as we watch that replay. Here comes Trout, design run. Everybody's in the hole. They got a chance to make a tackle and just poor angle.
15-yard gain, so 29 yards on the ground now from Trout on 7 carries. They bottled him up until that point, but a 15-yard run there for a Mason Machinery first down. Trout in the shotgun formation. Going to send Randall in motion. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff, going to keep it himself. Hit from behind, wrapped up from behind Making the tackle, Tucker Gaylor for the Rams.
Yeah, good job from Tucker that time. They have to respect that fly sweep from Randall. He puts it in his stomach, pulls it back, and runs it all the way. Good defensive pressure for South Sevier that time.
3-yard gain for Trout. That'll make it 2nd down and 7 for the Red Devils from their own 32-yard line. 5.5 to go in the first half. 14-7. Grand leads South Sevier to a quarterfinal action. Trout again in the shotgun formation. Takes a snap, rolls the pass, looking downfield, looking for his man. That's going to be knocked away. Cooper Hesse went up and made the play defensively for South Sevier to knock it away from Stacy Randall.
And good defense from Hesse. Turned his head on a swivel, looked back on the ball. It was a jump ball.
I apologize. We've been saying Stacy Randall's been carrying it. That's Corbin Arbin that's been carrying it. That pass was to Stacy Randall. So Corbin Arbin has been the ball carrier on those 2 touchdown runs.
God, we took a touchdown from Corbin?
Took 2 of them away from him. Incomplete pass there. That'll make it 3rd down and 7 now for Grand. Trout 0 for 3 passing in the game with an interception. Shotgun formation. Takes a snap. Hands off. Yep, you give it to Randall on the reverse. Actually, that's Arbin on the reverse. Now I've got them all messed up as Arbin comes around to the near side, and he's going to have a 1st down across the 40-yard line for the Red Devils.
Boy, he's got lots of speed. Turns that corner, he's got an extra gear. We're going to see a lot of that motion because traditionally a lot of teams think you run that fly sweep to set up your trap game. But as long as they can make yardage around the side.
1st down and 10 from their own 43-yard line after the 11-yard pickup by Arbin.
The crowd down around the 5-minute mark.
Trout shotgun formation. Hard count, and he got everybody to jump.
I think that's a false start.
Near side line judge does say encroachment. South Sevier pointing to the offensive line.
Yeah, the guard pulled up.
And they're going to call it, though, on South Sevier.
No, they're calling on defense, yeah.
I think the one that pulled up was actually the center for Grand, and so I think he pulled up
after
they had already jumped.
Is that the 8th penalty?
For South Sevier, that is the 8th penalty. So 1st down and 5. Handoff right, or keep it right side is Trout, and Trout has another Mason Machinery 1st down into South Sevier territory inside the 45-yard line.
It picks up 9, just a design run. And you watch him, he just takes that ball, he gets a kick-out block from Christopher Thompson and just runs inside.
10-yard pickup for Trout down to the 42-yard line. 1st and 10 now for Grand as they just slowly march their way down the field with that big, strong offensive line. Elmore moves to the right side of Trout. Shotgun formation. Sends Arbin in motion. Fakes the handoff there. Going to keep it himself up the middle. And got tripped up as Peyton Wood flies in and makes the tackle for after about a 2-yard gain down to the 41-yard line.
Give those tackles, that touchdowns to Stacy Randall instead of Corbin Arbin. Our apology. Maybe it's that 23-32 dyslexia
we missed it,
in the booth. But big first half from Arbin.
So I make it 2nd down and about 8.5 yards now for Grand from the South Sevier 41-yard line. Trout takes a snap and inside shovel pass, and he got it up to Trey Meyer. Meyer, though, going to be brought down. Looks like, is that Zach Roberts that made the play? Yes, it is. A little shovel pass to Meyer for a pickup of about 5 yards.
All Utah pass from Lee Grosscup in years gone by. The little he rolls out to his right and then just takes that little underhand pitch.
4-yard gain is what we'll call it. So 3rd down and about 4.5 yards for the Red Devils.
Clock ticks under 4 minutes.
14-7 Grand lead on the Alvey Lumber scoreboard. Trout shotgun formation, takes a snap, gives the handoff to Elmore. Elmore comes back inside to Arbin, and Arbin slipped. Made a cut as he got a block from his quarterback, Bryant Trout, and slipped, and he's going to lose about a half a yard on the play, and that'll make it 4th down and 5.
And Trout made a great block. I mean, he had it all. It's just the big green monster of the turf came up and got him and pulled him down. Bringing up a big play here. You know, South Sevier, it's 4th and 5. They get the ball back, going to halftime down a touchdown, a chance to tie the game with 3 minutes, but to go down 2 scores is tough on the road.
Yes, it is. 3:06 to go in the first half. Big 4th down play here for the South Sevier defense. Trout in the shotgun formation. Takes his direct snap to Thompson. He bobbled it again. Gets hit in the backfield. Tucker Gaylor piles on and getting rid of his Thompson. He just threw it up in the air for Trout, and Trout caught it. And if it stands, he'll have a first down. What a play by Thompson, flipping it up in the air, and Bryant Trout, the quarterback, came down with it. And the officials are discussing what happened here. Trout saying that should be a first down. The hard part here is, were they watching to see if there were ineligible receivers
That's what I wanted to watch right
too?
here on the replay.
They're going to talk about it. No, they're going to measure it. They're going to say it stands. To me, it'd be hard to tell if they had ineligible receivers downfield because that was a clearly designed run.
They would have to have ineligibles down. Do we have the replay here, Robert?
We do not. Unfortunately, replay not working out like we want it to at the moment.
Because your linemen are thinking, I'm getting down that field, and it's a designed run, not a pass.
But he just flipped it out there, and Trout came down and pulled it out of the air. What a catch by Trout. Smart play by Thompson. As they have this spot at the 42-yard line, they're going to measure it. To me, it looks like I thought he had the first down. We'll see for sure how the change pole. Can't see the ball from our angle with the players in our way from Grand. Stretch them, and first down, Grand. Just got what they needed. To the 32-yard line on the pass from Thompson to Trout. Wow, what a play.
Yeah, he's dead in the water, and he just kind of flipped that ball out there, just heads-up play.
Again, my only question is, were the officials even at all looking for ineligible receivers downfield once that turned into a pass?
I mean, if they weren't downfield, they weren't doing their job, right? On a design run.
First and 10 from the South Sevier 32. Trout in the shotgun, takes a snap, keeps it himself right side, and he'll be brought down as Tyson Chisholm got blocked but got enough of him to bring him to the ground. End of the third quarter in Bluffdale. Summit Academy has opened up their lead on Richfield 34-14 in 3A quarterfinal action. Second down and 8, 2:25 to go in the first half. On the Albee Lumber scoreboard, Grand leading South Sevier 14-7. Trout takes a snap. Inside handoff to Arbin. Arbin trying to get the edge. Heavy pursuit coming from behind. Got the corner and then sidesteps, tiptoes down the sideline, but does step out of bounds right near the 20-yard line.
Just very athletic kid, very quick. They're doing everything trying to block that edge and trying to South Sevier's trying to string that ball out, but when he gets that edge, he's just quick.
9-yard run for Arbin for the Mason Machinery first down. Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora, they know the farming business, and they have the equipment, prices, and financing that assures your success. Coming up here at the half, we will have the Jones and DeMille Engineering halftime show, so stay tuned for that. We'll give you a score update, bracket update as well, as we are in quarterfinal action, so a lot of tournament games, playoff games going on today in all three of the lower classifications, 1A, 2A, 3A in the quarterfinals. There's the pitch out to Elmore. Elmore cuts up inside, got a block, and he'll be down right near the 15-yard line. Great block, and hitting the turf is Zach Roberts, as he felt like he should have got him in the backfield and couldn't hold on.
Could have got him for a 4 or 5 yard loss, but it's going to bring up a 2nd and 5.
5-yard gain for Elmore. He's got 7 carries for 62 yards in this one. Final from Delta. The Rabbits are eliminated as Beaver gets the 27-8 win over Delta. Delta's only score a pick 6 right at the end of the first half.
Which gave them the lead at halftime. But
yes, it did. Officials timeout. Bryant Trout has some sort of equipment malfunction.
Blood,
so he's going to have to leave the game.
He's got blood, that's what he's saying. So
they're going to bring in Andrew Hansen, the senior, to come in.
Bet they don't throw the ball.
Likely not. If they brought in Dante Wells, I'd say they might be throwing it, because Dante Wells, the sophomore backup quarterback, has had success throwing the ball this year when they bring him in. So 2nd down and 5 now for the Red Devils. Hansen in the shotgun formation.
You look maybe for a fumble. You get a new quarterback in there. It's a different snap, but
low
shotgun.
Snap, able to pick it up, and inside handoff goes to Arbin. This time nowhere to go. Tyson Chisholm met him in the backfield for a loss of about 3 or 4 yards on the carry.
Once again, we talked about the Dante Wells, a good kicker. So if South Sevier can hold here on 3 and 8, they have a shot at trying to make it a 2-possession game with a kick.
So third down and about 8 yards now for the Red Devils. As you mentioned, down to a minute left in the half. So, yeah, they'll be fine playing for a field goal here to go up by those 2 scores, as you mentioned. Trout back in at quarterback after getting the arm taped up, takes a snap, gives it to Elmore. Elmore cuts back up the middle, lowers his shoulder, ran over a couple of players before being driven back by about 10 Rams. He is going to pick up about 6 yards, though, inside the 15 to about the 14 or 13-yard line.
It'll be short with 42 seconds. The decision time from Coach Wells. Going to be 4th and 2. Are they going to kick the field goal?
Going to call a timeout with 42 seconds left are the Red Devils. And Dante Wells is coming out. So it looks like they are going to kick the field goal. We'll take the Monroe City timeout. Monroe City Power provides the electrical comforts for local residents. 42 seconds left in the first half. It is Grand 14, South Sevier 7 on the Alvey Lumber scoreboard on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Bargain roofing job failing and your ceiling is damaged? Is your siding looking really shabby? Or you just want a new look? For as little as $150 per month, Clean Cut Roofing and Siding will update your home using 100% American-made products. That's right, all made right here in the great USA. And hey, take 48 to 120 months to pay. Fit it into your budget. Call Clean Cut Roofing and Siding for a free consultation, 435-427-3205. Or check them out on Facebook. Clean Cut Roofing and Siding. Peace of mind every time.
So 4th down and about 2 yards to go. Looks like they're going to go for it. They did bring in Dante Wells, though. He is a throwing threat for the Red Devils. So I would imagine that the Rams are trying to be prepared for that as well.
Maybe do
Trout,
a hard count, trying to get a first down here as well.
Going to send Arbin in motion. They give it to Arbin. Arbin trying to get the edge. Got hit and does not break through it as bringing up the tackle. Brody Carter, a huge play for the Rams. And Arbin is hurt as he went down. He's rolling on the ground. He's had a huge game for the Red Devils so far. He's holding that right knee. Big play by Brody Carter for the tackle for loss and a turnover on downs by Grand. South Sevier will take over with 36 seconds to go on their own 18-yard line in this first half. But again, some unfortunate news here for the Red Devils and especially for Corbin Arbin as he is down. He immediately went to that knee. Brody Carter, a great job of holding on to make the tackle there, but never like to see a player go down.
No, you don't. You hate to see injuries, but you talk about Carter's tackle. Definitely the best defensive play of the game for South Sevier. They get that first down with 35 seconds. They got a chance to go up 14. And now South Sevier has a chance to go into the locker room, down a touchdown. Let's hope that Arbin's he's an explosive kid, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
I mean,
2 touchdowns in the game, both touchdowns for the Red Devils.
They run him from that, I don't know, you call it hybrid wing slot back as they run him in motion. And Grant does a really good job blocking that. They blocking the edge. And I'll tell you, the 2 kids they can't afford to lose is Arbin and Trout, 34.
Yeah. Well, Braden Trout on defense. On offense, of course, Bryant Trout. You don't lose a quarterback either, the 2 Trouts. While he's down, we'll take a break. 36 seconds to go in the first half on the Alvey Lumber scoreboard. It's Grand 14, South Sevier 7. Corbin Arbin injured down right now for Grand. Training staff, coaching staff out there looking at him, checking him out. Hopefully, once again, he's okay and will be able to go in the second half. But you're listening and watching on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Sevier Valley Hospital supports our local athletes, not only during the game, but when they need some help to get back into it too. Our own team of starters includes physicians who specialize in orthopedic and general surgery, ENT, podiatry, family and internal medicine, pain management, and other areas of care. And they work to repair sports and everyday injuries right at our hospital, helping to keep both our athletes and their fans close to home for your care. Sevier Valley Hospital, healing for life.
Corbin Arbin did make his way off the field under his own power, so hopefully that's a good sign, but is still limping on the sideline. 1st and 10 for South Sevier after the turnover on downs from their own 17-yard line with 36 seconds to go in the first half on the Alvey Lumber scoreboard. They send Carter in motion. They're going to give it to Palmer. Palmer, and he's going to be at the line of scrimmage. Might have got a yard after the 18-yard line, but no more.
Wait for that ready for play whistle, and I don't think they're going to have to snap another ball.
They will not as it gets under 25 seconds. We'll see if they choose to just go into the halftime down a score. Grand will receive the ball to start the second half, though. And it looks like South Sevier is going to be content to just let the clock run out, and they will lead the field. So at the half on the Alvey Lumber scoreboard, it is Grand 14, South Sevier 7 in this 2A quarterfinal game, with the winner advancing to play Beaver next week at what I've been told is Timpview High School for the semifinal game next Saturday. But a tight one here between these two 2A South Region teams, with Grand holding a one-score lead on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking in Salina has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking in Salina is now hiring local drivers. If you're looking for a solid career in the trucking industry that has a positive working environment, join the big blue trucks of Barney Trucking. The job includes benefits, training, retirement, and requires a Class A CDL license and an endorsement for doubles and triples. To apply, go to barneytrucking.com or call 529-4422. That's 529-4422.
No matter how you connect, Centricom delivers fast, reliable internet and powerful whole-home mesh Wi-Fi throughout your home for intense gaming, easy sharing, and buffer-free streaming on every device all at once. With experts ready to help. Connect to faster internet. Connect with Centra Wi-Fi. Connect to now. Call or click Centricom.com to upgrade your internet today.
You've seen Zions Bank's name at sporting events, performances, and fundraisers. We're just about everywhere. Your children and grandchildren see Zions dedicated employees in their classroom, teaching them how to save. We do all this because we have skin in the game. We support South Central Utah because we live and work here too. So we're as committed to this community's future as you are. When it comes to choosing to bank at Zions, rest assured you're selecting a company dedicated to bringing value to South Central Utah's businesses, individuals, and families.
ZionsBank.com, member FDIC.
Mountain Land Supply of Richfield is the Central Utah leader in plumbing, waterworks, turf, and ag irrigation. Mountain Land Supply features an entire line of Rainbird sprinklers and systems for your yard or commercial property, and backs it up with an extremely knowledgeable staff that cares about the local community because they live here. Visit them at 2104 South Red Hills Drive in Richfield or call for a showroom appointment 435-896-9606. Mountain Land Supply is proud to sponsor high school sports and wishes the teams, coaches, and players success.
Robinson Transport is a major part of the Central Utah economy by hauling supplies to maintain the energy needs of Utah and surrounding states. The management extends a sincere appreciation to all of their drivers for their hard work and dedication. Robinson Transport fully supports the education of our area youth and their participation in athletic competition. Should you need any construction equipment, topsoil, gravel, or concrete work, remember Robinson Transport of Salina, a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
Monroe Family Medicine Revere Health will accommodate you with personalized primary, acute, and chronic care. They provide in-house x-rays, blood draws, and EKGs. They do all types of physicals like CDL, school, sports, and missionary, to name just a few. Nurse practitioners Jason Okerlund and Drake Mason and their staff are proud to serve all of Sevier County. For patient care and concern at its finest, visit Monroe Family Medicine, 568 South Main, Monroe. Call 527-8866, 527-8866.
Looking for an affordable education? Come check out Snow College. Snow has the lowest cost tuition and housing in Utah. In fact, you can live in student housing for less than staying in your parents' basement and attending a university. At Snow College, it's all about you, where you get an individualized education and one-on-one time with your professors in very small classes, even as freshmen taking general eds. Come check out Snow College and see why it's one of the best two-year schools in the nation at snow.edu.
Sevier Valley Hospital supports our local athletes, not only during the game, but when they need some help to get back into it too. Our own team of starters includes physicians who specialize in orthopedic and general surgery, ENT, podiatry, family and internal medicine, pain management, and other areas of care. And they work to repair sports and everyday injuries right at our hospital, helping to keep both our athletes and their fans close to home for your care. Sevier Valley Hospital, healing for life.
And welcome back here to Grand County High School. This is the Jones and DeMille Engineering halftime show. From first downs to touchdowns, the Jones and DeMille Engineering team is here to help you tackle the toughest infrastructure issues. That's Jones and DeMille Engineering. And what a first half we've had, Curtis. 14-7 your score. Grand leading South Sevier in this 2A quarterfinal game. First of all, just give me your takeaway from this first half.
We kind of had the feeling that Grand dominated the game, but you look up on that scoreboard and it's 14-7.
Yeah.
And you know, a couple of big plays from South Sevier. Big catch for South Sevier by Gaylor, right?
Yeah, he had a 39-yard down the sideline, but and then Wyatt Morrison had a big.
Morrison had the big catch, the jump ball there.
That was on the scoring drive.
And then probably just a fantastic tackle over here by Brody Carter to send that to halftime down a touchdown. And, you know, too many penalties for South Sevier. That's something that Coach C is going to be talking about right now. They clean that little stuff up there, get a first stop. You know, they're in this ball game. Tough to run the ball against these Red Devils.
Yeah, Coach Wells said before the game, their defense has done it for them all year long. And South Sevier just 21 rushing yards in this first half after rushing for over 550 last week.
Boy, different in opponents right now, but South Sevier still in this game, quarterfinal. Opportunity to punch a ticket to get to Timpview next week to play on Beaver.
Yep, play against Beaver. The Beavers, the 3 seed out of the South, advancing with a 27-8 win over the 2 seed out of the North in Delta. And we'll give you some other score updates here in a little bit. But first, let's take a look at our first half stats. Your stat check brought to you by Sorensen Levitt Insurance. Proud to support the high school teams in our area. Sorensen Levitt Insurance in Richfield and Salina, offering multiple insurance agencies, including Auto Owners Insurance for your home, auto, and business insurance needs. Give Corey Sorensen a call in Richfield at 896-4471 or Sina Rasmussen in Salina at 529-7471. That's Sorensen Levitt Insurance. First half stats, as we mentioned, South Sevier just 21 rushing yards in this first half, but 92 passing yards. Trayson Winkle's having really a well-played game right now. Quarterback as a team, a total of 113 yards in the first half.
You take away that first fumble, the first fumble on the 20-yard line, that flipped the field and gave gave Grand an easy touchdown. Pretty even after that.
Yeah. And then you look at the rushing wise for South Sevier. Tyson Chisholm, 8 carries for 20 yards. Brody Carter, 2 carries for -3. Tucker Gaylor, 2 carries for 8 yards. Branson Palmer, 3 carries for 9 yards. And Trayson Winkle, 2 carries for -13 yards. Winkle, though, passing, again, 5 for 9 passing for 92 yards. And one of those incompletions was a drop. So he really threw the ball well, I thought, in this first half. He did throw 1 interception, a great play by Braden Trout for the Red Devils. But I thought Trayson, for the most part, has looked good, and there's been a lot of pressure coming against him, too.
And he's going to have to continue to throw that ball because Grand stacks that box. Great pursuit. They're a team defense is phenomenal scheme. You know, they work in tandem, and they really attack that ball. The one thing they have to give up, if they're going to put everything in the front end of that, they're going to give up something on the back end. And that's where Winkle did a good job exploiting that. And
a couple of big screen plays, one to Tyson and one to Tucker. Tucker's was a 39-yard play, and that's where, as you mentioned, that team speed, aggressive play by the defense, and they have gotten, on 2 screens, 55 yards out of it.
Well, and, you know, right now that's what they're talking about. I think they just, South Sevier, to win this game, they're going to have to clean up the little stuff. They're going to have to clean up, you know.
I have them for 8 penalties for nearly 80 yards in the game. And unsportsmanlike, multiple personal fouls, and, yeah, you just can't have those.
If you have 125 yards in total offense and you've given up 100, you know.
In penalties.
You can do the math.
Yeah.
But those are things that Coach Zabriskie will try to clean up here and get his team out here the chance to upset the Grand Red Devils in Moab.
Receiving-wise for South Sevier, it is Tucker Gaylor, 1 catch for 39 yards. Branson Palmer, 1 catch for 24 yards. Wyatt Morrison, 1 catch for 15 yards. And Tyson Chisholm, 2 catches for 14 yards in this first half. Peyton Wood, the leading receiver for the Rams, hasn't been targeted yet in this game. But, again, as we talked about during the first half, South Sevier went to Wood a lot on some slant routes the last 2 weeks, and Grant has done a good job of taking that route away.
Yeah, they've seen the film on that. And, you know, one thing about that is you can break that route off and maybe run some outs or out and ups and stuff like that. And that's the adjustment South Sevier will make at halftime is they come back out on the field.
And then taking a look at the stats for Grand, I have them for 169 total yards of offense, 160 on the ground, and 9 passing yards. On the ground, Trent Elmore, 8 carries for 68 yards. Bryant Trout, the quarterback, 11 carries for 45 yards. Corbin Arbin, 8 carries for 38 yards. And then Chris Thompson, 1 carry for 9 yards on a broken play. Thompson made 2 great plays on a broken play. 1 a carry for 9 yards. Then the other one, as he was going to the ground, getting tackled by 2 South Sevier Rams, flipped it in the air, caught by the quarterback, Bryant Trout, who was blocking on the play, and got a first down on it. They got the 5 yards they needed for a first down. We questioned whether or not there might be some ineligible receivers on a play like that. They say that the pass was behind the line of scrimmage, and so that's why it would work on that specific play.
Whatever it was a heads-up play, a great athletic play.
Yeah, it was. And so passing-wise, Bryant Trout is just 1 for 4 with an interception for 4 yards. But Chris Thompson, 1 for 1 for 5 yards in the game. The fullback, the unexpected passing leader for Grand in this first half.
And you looked at some of the runs to the edge, but really Elmore, a difference maker, didn't you think?
Elmore, yeah, 8 carries for 68 yards, and then Corbin Arbin has had the 2 big touchdown runs.
He's had the touchdowns, but those have been set up. You know, when you run the middle with Elmore, and have to keep those linebackers pinched in home, then it gives Arbin the chance to, get to the corner.
Yes, it does. So at the half, this is the Jones and DeMille Engineering halftime show with Grand leading South Sevier 14-7 on the Alvey Lumber scoreboard. We'll take a break and come back with some score updates for you, bracket updates, and also get you ready for the second half with the Utah Independent Bank keys of the second half for the South Sevier Rams as they trail Grand by 7 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Work for me!
Honey, are you okay?
Is his internet constipated?
What?
You heard me. Does he suffer from the buffer?
Yes.
Well, don't suffer anymore. You don't need a magic unicorn to get things flowing again with fiber-fast internet from MTCC.
Side effects may include smooth video streaming, incredible online gaming experiences, the ability to use multiple devices at the same time, and an overall feeling of giddiness. You may even giggle. It's that fast. Some restrictions may apply, not available in all areas.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jones. I'm the OBGYN here at San Pete Valley Hospital. I specialize in obstetrical care, including low and high-risk deliveries, as well as gynecologic care using the latest techniques and minimally invasive surgery. After working in a busy Southern California hospital for the last 4 years, it's nice to bring my family back to rural Utah and serve the San Pete Valley and surrounding area.
Hi, this is Kevin Matson with Cache Valley Bank. Is your good old truck not as good as it used to be? Do you need a more dependable set of wheels? Then cruise on over to Cache Valley Bank. We offer great rates, low fees, and quick service on our auto loans. Come and apply today in Ephraim, Mount Pleasant, or Fairview. You'll be glad you did. Cache Valley Bank, a tradition of helping. Member FDIC.
This is Nate Johnson of Risk Managers Insurance in Ephraim, reminding you that we now offer service line failure coverage. This includes the sewer lines, water lines, gas, fiber, and power lines. Many home insurance policies do not cover these sometimes unforeseeable and costly utility failures. For a small annual premium, we can cover your home against these costly failures. Make sure that you are covered. It is not if you need it, but when you need it. Stop by or call Risk Managers at 110 North Main in Ephraim or call 283-4685.
CO Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information, contact CO Building Systems in Ephraim. 800-262-5347. That's 800-262-5347. Online at cobuildings.com.
Bugs, spiders, I don't mind them. That is until they cross the threshold into my house. Then it's war. Stop the fighting in your house and get year-round protection with EcoLife. EcoLife is offering their Pest Shield package at just $19.99 per month with guaranteed results. You'll get unlimited service calls, an outdoor pest shield, cobweb cleanup, and winter pest treatment, all with a product that is child and pet safe. So call EcoLife today to protect your home with Pest Shield, 435-283-6002, or go to ecolifeusa.com.
Now welcome back here to Grand County High School at the Jones and DeMille Engineering halftime show. Jones and DeMille applauds the teams for hard work, dedication, and commitment. The race for excellence has no finish line. That's Jones and DeMille Engineering. At the half on the Alvey Lumber scoreboard, it is Grand 14 and South Sevier 7 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10. And let's take a look at, first of all, some score updates, some other games going on in the 1A, 2A, and 3A classification. The one most relevant to this game was Beaver at Delta. Beaver ends up getting the win 27-8 was the final in that one. After Delta had an 8-7 halftime lead, Beaver puts up 3 touchdowns in the second half for the win 27-8. So Beaver advances to the semifinals. Once again, it's almost just, you can almost pencil it in before the season starts there, Curtis.
Well, they really changed the culture. 20 years ago when you thought of Beaver football, Kelly Smith at BYU.
Oh, yeah, back in the 80s.
Yeah, big catches, and they were just a dominant team under Coach Marshall. And then they kind of went through some periods of just mere mortal stuff like the rest of us, But even with a couple of different coaching staffs, they brought that back. You look at their younger kids in their programs, and they're getting kids out. Football's big again in Beaver, and they're back to the semifinals for what? How many years in a row?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but several at this point. Of course, won 2 of the last 3 state championships as well as Beaver, but they get the win over Delta 27-8. So they'll play the winner of this game here between Grand and South Sevier next week.
We congratulate the Beavers and probably some of the fans tuning in to listen to us because they have an interest in the outcome of this game.
And then South Summit beat Enterprise 35-19 up in Canvas. So South Summit, again, pencil that one in as well. I think they've been to 5 straight state championship games as they are now in the semifinals once again. They'll play the winner of Millard and San Juan. The Millard-San Juan game, last score we had, which I'm certain it's further along in this, but the last score we had was Millard 17, San Juan 13. That was in the third quarter. Millard jumped on top 14-0, so San Juan battling back at home in Blanding in that one, but we'll try to keep you up to date there. Some 1A scores for you. Monticello blows out Rich 41-0. Parowan dominates Altamont 27-0. Milford showing some chinks in the armor the last couple of weeks. They end up pulling out the 2-touchdown win, but giving up 27 points. Layton Christian, Milford wins 41-27. So they've given up a lot of points the last few weeks, has Milford, but they do once again advance the semifinals. The other 1A game is Kanab at Duchesne tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock. That'll be on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Local10.tv. In the 3A classification, North Sanpete beats Union 21-7. That's a final there. So North Sanpete on to the semifinals. And in the third quarter, Morgan leads Juab 21-14. So Juab giving Morgan everything they can handle. In the fourth quarter, Summit Academy leads Richfield 37-14. And at the half, Juan Diego leads Grantsville 13-0. So there's your halftime or your score update from this halftime show, brought to you by Jones and DeMille Engineering. And Curtis, now some Utah Independent Bank keys of the second half for South Sevier, down 14-7.
Well, I think South Sevier is going to have to try. It'll be interesting to see the injuries with Grand. We hate to see
Braden
kids
Trout
get hurt.
out here. He threw up at midfield, but he's out here looking like he's ready to go. And I don't see Corbin Arbin yet, but we'll keep an eye out for him as he did leave with an apparent knee injury. Now here he is. His helmet is off, but he is walking.
Well,
it looks like he might not be playing.
Braden Trout just did a great job in that first half, but South Sevier is going to have to throw the football to open up the run. You think a lot of coaches want to run the ball to open up the passing game. It's going to have to be the opposite. Trayson Winkle's going to have to get that passing game going a little bit to open up that pass. They're going to have to stop the inside run. Elmore, they can force them to the outside. You can string it out, but you got to take away that run from Trout and Elmore in the middle, and force South Sevier Grand into long, 3rd and 8s and long third down conversion rates. But right now, this first possession is going to be the most critical series, as South Sevier is going to kick the ball. Pretty raucous crowd here in Grand, huh?
That's right. Bryant Trout, the quarterback, along with his teammate Jamin Hester, the sophomore, getting the crowd into it. Now we're set ready to go for the second half. The Chisholm Dentistry second half kickoff, providing dental care for the entire family, including cleanings, crowns, implants, and cosmetic restoration. That's Chisholm Family Dentistry. Short kickoff by Taylor. That's going to be taken about the 10-yard line by Grand. Full steam ahead for Elmore, or that's Cloud, and Cloud gets taken down about the 30-yard line.
He got hit over there by Miramontes and just upended as Manuel came in there and just smoked him right there. Good open field tackle.
So it'll be Grand football at the 31-yard line for the Red Devils. With 11:54 to go in this third quarter, leading 14-7. Got a shoelace issue for the Rams.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because you got a guy tackled by Peyton Wood, but we talked about him. He's getting close to 80 yards on the ground.
Right there is right at 80. You nailed it, Curtis.
Well, you run the middle, you can run off tackle, you can run through the guards, and eventually you're going to get beat to the edge.
Third quarter action here at Grand High School. Now right side, it's going to be Trout keeping himself and just getting back to the line of scrimmage at the 45-yard line.
South Sevier did a good job on that time. Able to trip him up on the edge. That looks like, is that Branson Palmer out here on this edge? Tripped him up just a little bit and finished off.
So second down and 10 now for the Red Devils from their own 45-yard line. 11 minutes to go in the third quarter. They lead at 14-7. Trout shotgun formation. Going to take the snap. Inside handoff on the reverse goes to Arbin. Arbin cuts inside and got brought down as that Carter, I think, that able to shoestring the tackle right before midfield. They're going to mark it at the 47-yard line, so a 3-yard gain for Arbin.
Yeah, Brody Carter on that tackle. And right now, South Sevier getting a pretty good surge defensively.
Big third down right here.
Really big third down right at midfield. Big number 74 of that center.
Brody Williams.
Brody Williams. We've had lunch with him, dinner with him one night.
Yes, we have.
Delightful kid.
3rd and 7. Arbin in motion. Fake it to him. They give it to Elmore. Elmore up the middle. Got hit. Broke through the tackle. Keeps the feet moving. He will be brought down short of the first down, about 2 yards short. We'll see if Coach Wells now that he's crossed midfield, will try to go for it here on 4th down and about 2.
He doesn't hesitate at all. I don't know if they're going to try a hard count here, see if South Sevier will jump. You get that down marker in front of the tape, they call it. Then an offsides penalty, you give him a 1st down to see if he comes with a hard count. This would be a big play for South Sevier if they can stop 4th and 2.
4th down and 2. Trout sends Arbin in motion. Hard count. Doesn't get South Sevier to jump. Resets. And now his own team jumped, and it'll be a false start and march him back. So the hard count backfires for Grand, and that'll make it now 4th and 7. And let's see if he sends in Dante Wells for the punt team.
Yeah, we talked about discipline there that time, and South Sevier, great job. He's trying to get the hard count full, first with the guy in motion, and then they stop him. And South Sevier did a good job, and eventually Grand cracked a little bit right there.
So 4th and 7, and the punt team comes on. Big defensive stand there by the South Sevier Rams right at midfield. Yates Taylor now back to receive the punt, stands at his own 20-yard line.
They got 2 guys in motion. You have to set for 1 second.
Low snap, it bounces on the turf. Wells able to scoop it up and kick it away. And that's going to bounce about the 25-yard line. Taylor will just let it drop there and bounce down to the inside the 20 at about the 19-yard line. So a good punt again from Dante Wells, his best infield impression, scooping that one up.
Well, and both the snaps have been in the dirt. And, that's something South Sevier can bring pressure on because obviously they're having a little bit of trouble with that deep snap.
So the 19-yard line for the Rams with 9:16 to go in the 3rd quarter as they trail Grand 14-7. Final in Bluffdale. Summit Academy beats Richfield 40-21. So Richfield has their season come to an end, and Summit Academy advances to the semifinals next week. And Winkle under center. He'll take the snap, give it to Chisholm. Chisholm bounces left, gets wrapped up, and he'll fall forward for a gain of about 3 yards out to the 22-yard line.
Tackled by Austin Johnson, the senior out there. Pick up of 3.
Chisholm now with 9 carries for just 23 yards on the game. He had 9 carries last time they faced Grand, but he had 81 yards on those 9 carries. And Grand has really done a good job of not allowing Chisholm to get free to this game.
It's a big possession. They got the stop they wanted coming out of halftime.
One receiver wide right, the wing to the left for the Rams. Winkle under center. He'll take the snap. Gives the hand up to Chisholm. Chisholm lowers his shoulder right up the gut, and he runs into a slew of Red Devils. Might have got a yard is all out to the 23-yard line, and that'll make it 3rd down. They're going to give him about a yard and a half, so 3rd down at about 5.
Runs into Chris Thompson out there, number 40, a bunch of his friends, bringing up a 3rd and 6. They've had success with the waggle where they run sweep to the right or left and then waggle the quarterback out to the opposite side and drag the receivers over to the non-sweep side of the field.
Peyton Wood wide right. Winkle under center, the wing to the left. Takes a snap. Fakes the Chisholm. Rolls the pass. Throws it through the hands of Gaylor. And had it been caught, he would have been brought down for a loss anyways. So it falls incomplete. That'll make it 4th and 5. And the punt team comes out for South Sevier.
Yeah, just a play that was kind of doomed from the start because even a completion, you're going to lose yardage on that. So as a quarterback, you know that on a 3rd down and 6, you got to throw to the sticks, right? Yep. You got to get that ball to the sticks, or at least give your player a chance to catch the ball and get yards sticks after catch.
But Braden Trout, again, we've called him all first half, right there on top of Tucker Gaylor.
Yeah, pretty nice defensive player. I think you're looking at 34 as an all-state player this year.
Absolutely. So Brad Taylor on to kick it away. Back to receive at the 45-yard line is Cloud for the Red Devils. Taylor nearly got blocked, able to get it away. High punt. Cloud going to call for the fair catch. Nearly dropped it inside the 40-yard line. Just held on to it with his fingertips as Connor Peterson was right there giving chase.
And he looks at that, and, if Peterson picked that ball up, if he bobbled that ball, he had nothing but pay dirt. But a good kick from Taylor and a great snap.
Yeah. So at the 40-yard line for a Grand with 7:56 to go in the 3rd quarter. 14-7, they lead South Sevier.
That snap is such a critical thing because Grand got through. They almost got to that punt without a great snap right that, if it was down on the ground and you had to come up with it, that ball would have been blocked. But the Rams bend but don't break defense right back on the field.
Trout takes a snap, looking to pass down the field. Heavy pressure coming. Morrison giving chase, able to get a hand on him, but Trout broke the tackle, and then he tiptoes down the sideline and goes out of bounds after about a 2 or 3 yard gain out to the 43-yard line.
And Wyatt did a good job stringing him out, but like so many times right now, South Sevier's getting the initial contact and not wrapping up. An athlete like Trout, he's got good enough feet on him, he's just able to pick up 2 or 3 from nothing.
So make it 2nd down and 7 now after the 3 yard gain for Bryant Trout.
South Sevier's talked at halftime about controlling the edge right there. They did a much better job pursuing.
Final from Blanding, Millard 17, San Juan 13. Big hit in the backfield. Branson Palmer, a huge tackle for loss as he met Trent Elmore.
Well, that's the first loss of the game for Elmore, and big tackle for Branson Palmer. Bringing up 3rd and 11 and maybe a passing down.
Loss of 5 on the carry.
Coach
Big
Wells.
hit by Branson Palmer. 8 met number 8. Yeah, so final, Millard 17, San Juan 13. So Millard advances with the road win over Blanding.
So they'll advance to play South Summit?
Yes, they will. So 2 North Region teams on that side. You'll guaranteed to have 2 South Region teams on the other side in the semifinal. 3rd and 11 after the 5 yard loss. Trout going to send Cloud in motion. Fake the handoff, rolled a pass, heavy pressure, got rid of it, but it's underthrown, incomplete to Chris Thompson. It'll fall incomplete. And that'll
Zach
make
Roberts just did a great, is that Zach over there?
I think it was
66, yeah.
Yep, it is Zach Roberts.
And boy, he just put a pressure. Good play, I thought. They tried to, Trout looked like he was going to go to his left and then try to reverse it to his right, and right in his face was Zach Roberts. So lucky to get the ball even out of his hands.
So the Red Devils lose about 1.5 yards on that drive as the punt team comes out. Dante Wells out to kick it away. Yates Taylor stands at about his own 30-yard line. We've had 2 bad snaps to Wells on both punts in this game. He's been able to get both of those kicks away on very athletic plays.
Yeah, Dante's just a good athlete. Better punt,
Much better snap this time. End-over-end kick. Yates Taylor calls for the fair catch and takes it about the 33-yard line. So decent field position for South Sevier with 6:56 to go in the 3rd quarter. They trail the Red Devils of Grand 14-7 in this 2A quarterfinal game. They'll start on their own 33-yard line is where South Sevier has it. Second possession of the second half. First one for South Sevier, it resulted in a punt. They gained 5 yards on it, but no more. So for South Sevier, they're going to come out with 2 receivers to the left. Going to have Hesse, the wide receiver, left, and they've got Carter strung out as receiver. Handoff in the middle to Chisholm. Chisholm tripped up, but he is going to dive forward and go to the roll for a gain of about 7 yards out to the 40-yard line.
Good quickness that time. Good blocked right there at the initial contact, and Tyson able to. That's been one of the few times he's been able to get after second level.
Yes, it is. 11 carries for 32 yards on the game now for Chisholm. 2nd down and 3 for the Rams. Going to go that same formation. Twins left, tight right. 2 backs in the backfield. Winkle takes a snap again to Chisholm. Chisholm bounces left, lowers the shoulder, runs over a Red Devil, and he's going to be right near the 1st down marker. They're going to give it to him for about a 3.5 yard gain.
Boy, you look at Sage Stroiter, who's that trying to pick up that defender for Grand, but boy, he just got steamrolled.
Yeah, big hit there from Chisholm for the Mason Machinery 1st down. Right near midfield now are the Rams. 1st and 10 from their own 44-yard line. Down 14-7. Trips right. 1 back in the backfield. That's Gaylor. They're going to send Chisholm in motion. Winkle takes a snap, fakes the handoff, rolls the pass. Pressure coming. Got a block. Throws down the field. Incomplete to Wyatt Morrison. Morrison got tangled up with Hanson of Grand. No flag called as it falls incomplete.
Boy, it's too bad because is that Wyatt? I mean, you had a wide open receiver down there walking off the sideline. I'm trying to see that. They run that waggle on the
There's
deep
Peyton
route.
Wood on the far side.
Well, he had him right there. But I like the play call. I do. You know, it's keeping Grand guessing right now. I mean, they've got a couple of steady doses of the run with Tyson, and you come back to that with the
2nd
pass
and
game.
10. Same formation. 2 receivers to the right. Winkle takes a snap, gives it Chisholm. Chisholm bounces left, lowers his shoulder, gets hit low, and he'll be brought down there by, I think that's Elmore again, but after about a 3-yard gain for Chisholm.
They got 3rd and long 7.
They'll spot that one right there at the 47-yard line.
Get this time of the game, maybe a fake to Tyson and get Gaylor to the edge or something like that. They had some success with that earlier.
Yes, they did. Gaylor and Palmer both with right near 10 yards rushing on the game on just a couple of carries each. Twins right, 2 backs in the backfield again. Winkle under center, 3rd and 7. And everybody went early but the center.
That's just...
I mean, you could tell what the count was. The center was delayed. And Winkle not happy about it. So they'll march him back 5 yards and make it 3rd and 12.
Those penalties just, not only are they're just momentum killers, you know.
Yeah.
Now they're on the other side of the,
45-yard
line, and now you don't pick up 12 here, you pretty much got to kick the ball.
Trips right now. Gaylor the lone back. Winkle under center. Takes a snap. Rolls the pass. Rolling out. Going to throw deep down the field for Peyton Wood. Wood comes back. Dives for it. Not going to make a play, but pass interference will be called, and South Sevier is going to get another Mason Machinery first down.
You know, he could have got away with the contact. They might call a hold instead, but he could have got away
Well,
with
the
the
hold
contact.
only comes if it hasn't been thrown.
Well, that's true. So that's going to be PI, but he didn't get his head on a swivel, made the contact. Peyton Wood tried to come back, and it's going to be a first down. It's not an automatic first down, but it is a first down in this play.
Because it's 3rd and 12, it'll give him 15. So pass interference on Grand, as Wood, as you mentioned, tried to come back. The defensive back there for Grand didn't make a move on the ball and just kind of ran into Peyton Wood.
And Peyton's a tough receiver out there, and he gave up a little size. Peyton, a bigger kid. Seen Peyton, in basketball, athletic kid.
So 1st and 10 now in Grand territory, the 42-yard line. Grand showing blitz. They bring everybody. They give it to Gaylor. Gaylor trying to get the edge. Has room to run as he got the edge down to the 40-yard line. He'll be driven out of bounds there. Great speed from Joey Cloud for Grand to get Gaylor out of bounds after just about a 2, maybe 3-yard gain.
Yeah, you ran for 40 and picked up 2, and Cloud did a good job, and the junior pursuing. It looked like they were trying to strip that ball right in front of the Grand sideline. But good hard run from Wyatt. I mean, he's putting his head down and running.
Tucker,
excuse me.
Yep. So 2nd down and 7 now for the Rams. Yeah, it looked like Gaylor had the edge, and Cloud just good speed to get there. Taylor wide left, the wing to the right. Winkle under center, gives to Chisholm. Chisholm right side, lowers the shoulder, continues to fight. He's going to get across the 35, maybe about a yard shy, maybe 2 yards shy of the first down.
Starting to pick up some yards, Tyson. Maybe wearing some people down with that run. Bringing up a 3rd and 2. Is this one of those opportunities you take a shot at it? You're in 4-down territories anyway. They're thinking run all the way, right?
Oh, yeah. Got Peyton Wood wide left. The wing to the right.
Get Peyton in single coverage out here.
Winkle under center. Takes a snap. Going to give to Chisholm. Chisholm gets across the line of scrimmage, and he'll dive forward for a first down to the 41-yard line. Now they're going to put it maybe right at the 42. Yeah, that's going to be a first down with where it sits.
Tackle by
yes, it is. First down. Mason Machinery first down.
Tackle by Jarrett Reedhead for the Red Devils.
So 3-yard gain for Chisholm. Needed 2, got 3 for the Mason Machinery first down as the Rams driving, heading toward that Apex Foot and Ankle Institute end zone.
Well, and they're controlling the clock right now. The clock's ticking. Keep that Grand Red Devil offense on the sideline.
4:15 to go in the 3rd quarter on the Albee Lumber scoreboard. 14-7 Grand. Carter goes in motion. Winkle on the quarterback sneak. Works his way to the right side. Got across the 30-yard line inside the 30 to about the 29. And now multiple flags come in. Going to be obviously either an unsportsmanlike or a personal foul call here as the ball gets set right at the 30. So it's going to be a 1-yard gain is all for Winkle on the quarterback sneak. See what the call is here from the Whitecap. Personal foul on Grand. So Grand picks up a personal foul after the whistle, and that'll march it down to the 15-yard line, Curtis. Big play there for the Rams.
Boy, and Grand kind of losing their discipline right now.
Yes, they are.
Very few penalties in the first half, and South Sevier's got a little bounce in their step.
5 penalties for 66 yards now for Grand.
Touchdown here can tie this game.
South Sevier threatening to tie in the red zone. Winkle under center. 2 receivers. Going to send Carter in motion. Takes a snap. Give to Carter. Carter with blockers in front. Hits the left side, and he'll be brought down at another flag going to come in the area of a hold now. It'll be a gain of 3 if it stands, but a flag sits at the line of scrimmage. What is a likely hold?
They threw that penalty from the referee. They called a hold. Yeah, gave the signal to the South Sevier.
So that'll bring it back and make it 1st and 20 from the 25-yard line now for South Sevier. There is the official call. They threw it right at the line of scrimmage, and that's one of those spot ones. So if it happens downfield or behind the line of scrimmage, it could be worse. But instead, just 10 yards from the line of scrimmage. 1st down and 20 for the Rams. Going to go 2 receivers to the left. Peyton Wood wide, Carter inside. Now trips left as Chisholm lines up as a receiver. Gaylor the lone tailback. Take the snap as they send Chisholm in motion. Give to Chisholm right side. Nowhere to go. A slew of Red Devils again meet him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the carry.
Tries to run off that right side. Trying to wait for a block there. Just nothing there. He gets kind of submarined over there.
So that'll make it
2nd and 20.
2nd and 20 for the Rams from the 25-yard line. In Grand territory here. Downs 14-7, 3:20 to go in the 3rd quarter on the Alvey Lumber scoreboard. Been a heck of a quarterfinal game here, Curtis.
Big possession right here. Is it starting to cool off here in Grand, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Sun's gone down behind, as you mentioned, the mountains behind us. Trips right. Winkle drops the pass. Looking to his right. Heavy pressure. Avoids it. Breaks the tackle. Throws for the end zone. That'll be incomplete. He was looking for Brody Carter, and a late flag will come in. I think they're going to call a hold on Grand. That late flag came in. It was a post route, it looked like, and Carter just could not get inside.
So that would still bring up a 2nd and 10 still if that's
what they call. Again, the question is, where did it happen? Was it before or after the ball was thrown? Great job by Trayson Winkle to break the tackle there and avoid the sack.
They kind of ducked underneath it and bought himself some time.
Hold on Grand, so that'll march it forward 10 yards, and that'll make it now 2nd down and 10 from the 15-yard line. And the Red Devils crowd, they don't like it.
It's unanimous. They do not like that call. Should we publish the official's number there? I know that official over there.
Now, all of a sudden, you've gone 6 penalties for 76 yards on Grand, 11 penalties for about 90 yards on South Sevier. Has not been a clean game by that standpoint.
Just a down and dirty, trying to advance to the semis.
Winkle drops the pass, looking to his right, going to look back to the left, gets hit, throws for the end zone, and gets tipped up and nearly caught by Carter, but he couldn't quite come down with it. Dante Wells gave great pressure on Winkle. Joey Cloud tipped it in the air and knocked it away.
Great defense from Cloud. Kind of threw that almost as a jump ball.
Really not a bad throw again there by Winkle.
And he's extending the play with his feet right now and giving himself some time. And
it's hard to feel that backside pressure, but he got rid of that ball right as the pressure was there. Nice job by Winkle. We talked to Coach Zabriskie about the fact that he's been playing much better since the first Grand game several weeks ago. Twins left. They're going to pitch it out to Chisholm. Chisholm trying to get the edge. Now cuts back. Nowhere to go. Wells meets him there. And 3 or 4 more Red Devils pile on. And he might have got back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. So that'll make it 4th and 10 from the Grand 15-yard line.
Just really with the number of people there in the box and the speed of Grand laterally to pursue, you just really going to have to throw the football.
So it makes it 4th and 10 from the 15 for South Sevier. 2:23 to go in the 3rd quarter. It is Grand 14, South Sevier 7 on the Alvey Lumber scoreboard. Alvey Lumber, where the wood is good and so is the hardware in Manti and Monroe. They go trips right. Hesse the receiver wide. Carter and Chisholm inside. Winkle rolls the pass. Going to go on the screen back to Gaylor, but nowhere to go as Grand read it perfectly. Going to be a loss of about 3 yards and a turnover on downs for South Sevier.
Well, if it's a screen, there was nobody out front. And the ball was incomplete, but had it been caught, he had lost yards out there. But
well, it was caught. It's a loss of 3 yards to the 18.
Yeah. I mean, there's just where it looked like a screen, there was no lineman downfield, so tough way to end a promising possession for South Sevier, but back on defense is the Rams.
Long drive. They went about 5 minutes on that drive, just shy of 5 minutes. It started on their own 33, but it stalls at we're going to put it the 17 for Grand. 2:02 to go in the 3rd quarter. Grand leading 14-7 on the Alvey Lumber scoreboard. Trout shotgun formation, takes the snap, going to keep it himself, trying to get to the outside on the far side of the field. Got the edge, Carter giving chase, and Trout moves upfield, forced out of bounds by Yates Taylor, but not till he got a Mason Machinery first down.
He got to the outside. Wyatt Morrison came out on his inside shoulder, able to bounce that out to the outside. And athletic kid, Trout can run.
11-yard gain for Trout. He's got 59 yards on the night on 14 carries.
Gives the Grand just a little bit of breathing room out near the 30.
Under 2 to go in the half, or in the third quarter, excuse me. Trout shotgun formation. Takes a snap. Gives to Elmore. Elmore trying to follow the lead blockers, and he'll be wrapped up after a gain of about 5 yards, maybe 6 yards on the carry.
Great patience. Elmore just sat there, and, he's a senior. He just kind of slowed down, let his blocks develop in front of him. Put his head down and picked up
34-yard line, so 6-yard gain. 12 carries for 88 yards tonight for Elmore. Having a good game.
Pretty effective for a senior in a quarterfinal game.
As you mentioned, showed great patience right there on that run, just waiting for those blocks to get in place.
Yeah, just get on those big guys' kind of rear ends and tap them and say, let's go get it done. And
Trout takes a snap, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. Big hole up the middle. He's going to be short of the first down, though, as he got hit low. And coming in to making the tackle there, let's see, Bryce Healy wrapping him up after about a 4-yard gain.
That brings up a 3rd and a foot, 3rd and short. This will probably be the last play of the third period. Clock ticks down under a minute. Just a beautiful setting for high school football.
Yes, it is. 3rd and 1 for the Red Devils from their own 37-yard line. Trout in the shotgun formation. Takes the snap. Going to be just a straight quarterback keeper on the left side. Did not get the first down. They're going to say he lost about a yard on that play to make it 4th down and short for Grand, with decision time coming up for Coach Wells.
Boy, it's just, they're going to kick the ball. As well as your defense is playing, I think that's the right move, But big defensive stop right there for South Sevier.
Tell them to wind the clock.
They don't have to kick it till the quarter, which gives Coach Wells.
Official trying to let him know to wind the clock, and kind of pause there for a minute. Now they will let their third quarter come to an end, but it looks like they are going to punt. As we go to the fourth quarter, it'll be a Grand leading South Sevier 14-7 on the Alvey Lumber scoreboard on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
One of the best tickets in town will always be activities at our local schools. Athletic events, concerts, and plays. You can always count on an enjoyable time. Our children are the future. Let's give them all the encouragement we can. Go to a game, hear a concert, see a play. Utah Heritage Credit Union. Together we grow. Federally insured by NCUA. Online at utahheritagecu.org.
No matter how you connect, Centricom delivers fast, reliable internet and powerful whole-home mesh Wi-Fi throughout your home for intense gaming, easy sharing, and buffer-free streaming on every device all at once. With experts ready to help. Connect to faster internet. Connect with Centra Wi-Fi. Connect to now. Call or click Centricom.com to upgrade your internet today.
Welcome back here to Grand County High School. 4th and 2. Dante Wells out to kick it away for the Red Devils as they lead South Sevier 14-7. And the punt team out for Grand in their own territory. Yates Taylor back to receive. Bobbles the snap, does Wells, and still got it away again. This time it was a good snap. He just bobbled it. Yates Taylor lets it land. What a roll. That's going to roll down inside the 10-yard line down to the 6-yard line as Taylor let it drop. And as a result, it adds about 30 yards, about 25 yards to that kick.
Boy, and I don't know how you can bobble a ball, pick it up 3 or 4 times and not have pressure. But I'll tell you, when you don't field punts, typically nothing good happens, right?
Yeah.
Because the momentum on that punt's going to hit the ball and roll towards the goal line. But
ball sits at the 6-yard line. Could have caught it at the 25 or so.
South Sevier needs a big play right here, and they got to be a little bit careful down on the 6-yard line. But unable to run the ball against Grand right now.
1st and 10 for the Rams. Going to go one receiver wide left with the wing to the right. Winkle under center. takes a snap, gives left side to Palmer, nowhere to go. Palmer brought down, might have got a yard, if that. Going to give him a yard to the 7-yard line.
Just gets met right there in the box right there, and you got to be somewhat conservative on your 7-yard line because a turnover is a sure touchdown. But trying to get a first down here is important.
Just 53 rushing yards in the game for the Rams. Winkle under center, takes a snap, going to fake the handoff, pass left side to Taylor on the slant route, through the hands, a little bit high, but Taylor couldn't hold on.
Bring it up to 3rd and almost 10.
So make it 3rd down, and yeah, as you mentioned, about 9.5 yards for the Rams. 11:09 to go in the game, 14-7. Grand with the 1 touchdown lead in this quarterfinal game. Winner advances to play Beaver next week in the semifinals.
Kind of a dangerous position because right now Grand knows South Sevier is probably going to throw the football.
Trips left. 1 back in the backfield, tight right. Winkle does drop the pass. Rush is coming. Throws down the far sideline. Looking for Wood. Wood goes up. Does he have it? It looks like he brought it in.
What a catch.
What's the call?
That's a catch.
That's going to be a first down for South Sevier if they call it a catch. And what's the call here? I can't see what the officials are going to say. Still no word from the officials.
That's a catch.
Hayden Wood went up on a jump ball there. And they're going to call incomplete.
Wow.
Say it fell incomplete, so the punt team comes out. I mean, that was right in front of the South Sevier bench. You could tell they weren't for sure how that one went down.
It kind of looked like a dual possession situation, but Robert and I are a long ways away from that play, and that official is right in front of it. But I like the call. Get a jump ball with an athletic kid like Peyton Wood. I like that matchup. Now, South Sevier is going to have to punt the ball, and Grand's going to get great field position.
Yeah, they are. Brad Taylor, good punter, but pinned back into his own end zone. He'll be standing in his own end zone when he kicks it away.
Well, he needs the punt of his life right here.
4th and 9 from the 7-yard line. Taylor about 5 yards deep in the end zone. Back to receive is Cloud at the South Sevier 40-yard line. Taylor takes the snap. High punt, not a good one though. It's not going to go deep as it lands, and South Sevier has to knock it down inside the 15-yard line. So Grand with a very, very short field.
That's a 10-yard punt.
That's about a 7-yard punt.
Yeah, he rushed it. He just got quick with it and kind of set right now Grand up for
to take a 2-score lead.
Yeah, you get down here, and Grand's been stymied from South Sevier. The defense has done a good job, but look at Grand right now. Keep that ball on the ground, keep that clock going.
So from the 14-yard line, Trout in the shotgun, takes a snap. They're going to get it to Arbin. Arbin trying to get to the edge. Trout has a blocker in front, and Carter giving chase, not going to get there. He'll be pushed out of bounds, shy of the goal line, but about the 2-yard line, as looked like Cooper, Hesse, Yates, Taylor might have gotten over there to make the play for South Sevier.
Mark that ball in this hash over here as they're running towards the left side, the sideline where the Grand student body's in.
They like that play when they're in their red zone. Does Grand. They've seen Arbin scoring it twice in this game.
I'm not sure why the officials stopped the clock there. Signal to stop
Went
the
out
clock.
of bounds.
Went out of bounds, okay.
Yeah, went out of bounds. Pushed out of bounds at the 2-yard line. So 1st and goal from the 2 now for the Red Devils nearing that Apex Foot and Ankle Institute end zone. Trout shotgun formation. Takes a snap, gives to Elmore. Elmore right side in the end zone. Touchdown Grand. Grand makes it a 2-score game, which is big in this very tough second half without a score at this point.
Yeah, points are tough in the playoffs, tough to make, and defenses usually stand up, but tough possession for South Sevier, that last possession. If they could have moved those chains a little bit, but kind of set Grand up on the short field and then unable to get the first down and the kick.
Dante Wells on to kick the extra point. It is up, and that is a good. So 21-7 is your score. Grand with a 2-touchdown lead over South Sevier on the Albee Lumber scoreboard with 10:45 to go in the game on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
My name is Richard Anderson. I'm one of the general surgeons working at Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi, Utah. My trajectory was not into surgery at first. I decided to become a research scientist, but I had no opportunity to work with people. Since moving to this area, I have made lasting friends, lifelong friends, and I have enjoyed providing the same sort of quality surgical care that they can obtain in Salt Lake or Provo, but with more prompt and certainly more personal service.
Skyline Motorsports is proud to support North San Pete High School sports. So remember, if you're in the market for a new side-by-side or ATV, you need to get into Skyline Motorsports. They have the latest Kimco has to offer. Skyline Motorsports also carries all the latest riding gear and accessories for your outdoor needs. And they have the best service department in the county. So drop on into Skyline Motorsports today and go Hawks.
Under 11 minutes to go in the game. It is now Grand 21, South Sevier 7 after South Sevier netted a 7-yard punt and gave Grand just a short 14-yard field to put it in the end zone, and 2 plays later, Grand goes up by 2 scores. Grand has controlled the field position in this second half as Dante Wells kicks it away, and Peyton Wood going to take it at about the 5-yard line for the Rams with room to run out in front of him. Big hole up the middle, and he'll be wrapped up by Wells, the kicker, who had to come up and make the play. Trent Elmore piled on as well, but out to the 35-yard line, about a 30-plus yard return from Peyton Wood.
And one guy to beat. Guy doesn't make that kick there, and he takes it all the way to the house and just needed one more block, but good return for Peyton.
Now down 2 scores. You can't eat up 6 minutes like you did last time.
Boy, they get the student body jumping around here, and this whole box is rocking, isn't it?
That's right. Crowd into it here at Grand High School. Winkle under center. One receiver wide left, the wing to the right. They're going to send Chisholm in motion. Give it to Chisholm. Chisholm right side, hole in the middle, and he'll be running over his own teammate. And as a result, he'll be brought down after a gain of about 7 yards.
It was interesting because he's laying on top of his own teammate. Is that
Brody Carter made a nice block, but
so was he down?
He was in Chisholm's way.
He's crawling, but his knees are on top of Carter. I'm not sure he's down.
They're going to put it at the 44-yard line for a gain of about 8 yards for Chisholm. Make it second down and a long 2. That ties Chisholm's longest run of the night. 8 yards. Trips left, one back. That's going to be Chisholm. Up the middle he goes. Has a first down and more. Moves to the right. Got hit by the hand. Able to keep on going. Elmore. What a great job of Elmore to hang on and save a touchdown. But Chisholm with a big Mesa Machinery first down inside the 35-yard line.
Boy, they have no idea how big that tackle was from Elmore because Tyson, he broke into the clear there. And he kind of grabbed him by the hand there, and they had a little fight there, and Elmer was able to get him down, but big run for Tyson.
21-yard run for the Mason Machinery first down. That'll make it 1st and 10 at the Grand 35. Chisholm, the lone tailback, trips left. They give it to Chisholm again. Chisholm up the middle, bounces left side, and he'll be brought down. Nice tackle there for the Red Devils.
Austin Johnson on the tackle from the linebacker position, but
another
good
6
run.
or 7 yard gain.
Here comes South Sevier moving the ball.
That puts it down to the 32-yard line, or excuse me, about the 27-yard line. So an 8-yard gain.
One back under.
Now Palmer's the lone tailback. Winkle takes a snap, going to drop the pass, throws the slant route to Hesse, overthrew it, nearly intercepted as that ball hits the turf. Just barely, nearly intercepted by Joey Cloud. A little bit high to Hesse, and he couldn't haul it in.
Well, it probably should have been picked there, and they have just really prepared for that slant that we saw last week. Effective against ALA several times.
And effective against North Sevier the week before that.
Yeah, Coach Wells kind of taking that away from South Sevier.
So 3rd down and a long 2 for the Rams. Going back to the wing formation. One receiver wide left, the wing to the right. Winkle under center. Takes a snap, gives it up the middle to Palmer. Palmer, he's going to have the first down as he crosses the 25. And he'll be inside to about the 23-yard line. Going to be a pickup of about 4 yards and another Mason Machinery first down for the Rams.
A good drive right for South Sevier. They started with a good kickoff return from Peyton Wood and is advanced on the ground.
So make it 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line in Grand territory, approaching the Apex Foot and Ankle Institute end zone with 9 minutes to go, down 21-7. One receiver wide right, that's Woods. Single coverage. You're going to send Chisholm in motion. Give the snap to the handoff to Chisholm. Chisholm left side, got hit low again, and he'll pick up about 3 yards down to the 20-yard line.
Well, Grand does a good job getting low on their tackles. You know, you don't tackle a kid like Tyson high. You're going to pay for it, but pretty good. Coach Wells does a pretty good job teaching defensive tackling, and big 3rd down.
85 yards in the night for Chisholm on 21 carries. Yeah, 2nd down and 7 for the Rams. Definitely 4-down territory, down 2 scores with 8:24 to go in the game. Trips left, Chisholm the lone tailback. Take the snap, give to Chisholm. Chisholm bounces left side, great block on the outside by the receivers. He's going to be hit low, but he looks like he has another Mason Machinery 1st down inside the 15-yard line.
And boy, they needed that block, kind of a crack back.
And he does get the 1st down. It's going to be a pickup of 8 yards on the carry.
So South Sevier can still get a 1st down without a touchdown. So they can get down to...
There it looks like they have it on the 12-yard line, 13-yard line. So 1st and 10 from there. The wing to the right, 1 receiver left. Winkle takes a snap, gives it the middle to Palmer. Palmer lowers the shoulders, and he's going to barrel across the 10-yard line for about a 4 or maybe... That looks like the near side line judge coming back to the 10, so call it about a 2-yard gain for Palmer.
South Sevier needs to get just a little more bounce in their step right now. Clock's an enemy. They still got 3 timeouts, plenty of time.
2nd down and 8.
Trying to answer that touchdown from Grand.
7:35 to go in the game. Winkle under center, takes a snap, gives to Chisholm. Chisholm got a block on the outside, trying to get the edge, gets inside the 5, dives for the end zone. His knee came down early as he kind of slid when he dove, and he's going to be shy of the goal line, but he will have another Mason Machinery 1st down at the 1-yard line.
I think Grand they ran into a camera guy, is that?
9-yard pickup, so 1st and goal from the 1 for the Rams. Chisholm has gone over the 100-yard mark. He's now at 102 yards on the night.
And boy, this would be a big answer for South Sevier. It really would be. I mean, taking that ball down. Instead of getting down on themselves, you know, show a little bit of courage right here to punch this ball in.
Hesse wide left, the wing to the right. Winkle under center. Going to send Chisholm in motion. Quarterback sneak up the middle. Winkle is in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Boy, those big guys up front get there, and South Sevier answers.
So Winkle with the 1-yard touchdown run, and it's making it back to a 1-score game with 7:21 left in this game.
Big PAT right here.
Yes, it is. You don't want to go down by 8. You don't want to have a 2-point conversion.
Kind of changes a lot, but great drive from the Rams.
Good snap. Hold is down. Kick is up, and that looks like it's wide right. He's going to miss it. So as you mentioned, a big PAT, and it does not go through for the Rams. So it's Grand 21, South Sevier 13 on the Abbey Lumber scoreboard. We'll take the break on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
You've heard for years that Gunnison Market is your hometown grocer. Now Gunnison Market offers you a hometown pharmacist. Come experience friendly hometown service from Sean Sorensen at Gunnison Market Pharmacy. Sean grew up in Gunnison and offers competitive prices, expert advice, and convenient hours, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday and 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Explore the loyalty card benefits, which gives you a free gift card for every 10 prescriptions filled. Call 528-7555 or visit Gunnison Market Pharmacy.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking in Salina has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking in Salina is now hiring local drivers. If you're looking for a solid career in the trucking industry that has a positive working environment, join the Big Blue Trucks of Barney Trucking. The job includes benefits, training, retirement, and requires a Class A CDL license and an endorsement for doubles and triples. To apply, go to barneytrucking.com or call 529-4422. That's 529-4422.
And welcome back here to Grand County High School. Robert Lovell with you alongside Curtis Marsh as we go to the Chisholm Family Dentistry kickoff. Chisholm Family Dentistry, give them a call for an appointment today at 527-3555. It is at 21-13. Grand with the lead over South Sevier in this quarterfinal game. Brad Taylor on to kick it off. A squib kick down the middle of the field. And that'll be a slow bounce at about the 15-yard line. Cloud picks it up there. Heavy pursuit by the Rams kickoff team, and he'll be brought down across the 20. Tucker Gaylor making the tackle. So that's really the best that we've seen the kickoff team do so far for South Sevier in this game.
Yeah, good open field, and I thought Grand was preparing for the possibility of an onside kick.
Yeah. Had
their hands guys up front. Good hard squib kick, and Gaylor made a great tackle.
Going to put up the 23-yard line for Grand with 7:17 to go in the game.
Talk about that missed extra point. South Sevier has to make a stop and get a touchdown plus a 2-point conversion.
That's right.
Right now, a little shift right now, and South Sevier's momentum going a little bit their way right now. Grand gets in that bunch formation. It's an interesting formation where everybody is just tight end to tight end.
Ball's going to go to Trout as he keeps it himself. Got driven to the near side. Making the tackle for the Rams is Tyson Chisholm. But Trout does pick up about 3 or 4 yards on the carry. Out to across the 25 to the 26.5-yard line or so.
You know, they run that formation where instead of spreading the field out like so many teams do, they're really maybe 15 yards apart, and they got all 11 guys bunched in there.
Right.
Which makes it kind of hard to see where the ball is. If you got a fake to the fullback and you're pitching to the tight end, you got an athletic quarterback who can run.
Trout in the shotgun, takes a snap, fakes the handoff, going to keep it himself up the middle. He's going to get a couple of yards out to the 30-yard line, but driven back there.
Is this the biggest play of this game right now, Robert? You're talking 3rd and 4. Chance to get the ball back. Not only get the ball back, but probably get the ball back near midfield.
Yeah. Let's call it 3rd and 3 as they move the stick a little bit further down the field. So 3rd and 3, as you mentioned. Big play here with 6:12 to go in the game.
And South Sevier get a stop here and get the ball back.
And they move the ball like they did on that last drive. Trout, shotgun formation. Going to send Arbin in motion. Takes a snap. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, lowers the shoulder. Looks like he's going to have a first down, but a flag does come in. Is it a face mask or a hold? That's the question.
Yeah, my bet is it's going to be a face mask down there. Just
the call is he's right at the first down marker where they're going to spot it.
It was the line's judge who threw the penalty right in front of him as the play was ending. Yep.
It's going to be a face mask on South Sevier. So the run, I think, was enough for a first down right to the 33-yard line, 3-yard pickup. But then you're going to tack on 15 more to get them out to midfield. Oh, they're just going to say the 5-yard variety, not the personal foul. So just the 5-yard variety out to the 38-yard line.
It's a little bit of break, but the thing about that 3rd down conversion is they're going to be able to burn 2 or 3 minutes right now.
So 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line now for Grand. Trying to run the clock out, 5:48 to go in the game. And the center, Brody Williams, standing up, waiting for that back judge to give his signal. Now they get on the ball. Trout going to send Arbin in motion, takes a snap, gives it to Elmore. Elmore tripped up immediately. He might have lost a yard on the play.
Good pressure that time for South Sevier. They ran that fly sweep, and South Sevier defended that well and then did a good job on the inside run.
Going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage, so no gain for Elmore. Make it 2nd down and 10 from the 38.5-yard line for Grand.
Elmore's been a very effective back in this game for
14
Grand.
carries for 90 yards. 3 different backs, including Trout, the quarterback, with over 50 yards in this one for Grand.
That's what makes it difficult to stop. Is it's a 4-headed monster. You know, who do you attack?
Give it to Trout. Here comes the reverse to Arbin. Arbin got a block from Trout in front of him, and he's going to have a, let's see, where did they say he stepped out? He will have a first down, stepping out of bounds. It's a 50 for an 11-yard gain. Huge first down, but he did go out of bounds to stop the clock.
But what a block from Brian Trout, number 15 on the edge. It says quarterbacks aren't tough guys, huh?
That's right. 12-yard gain for Arbin. He's now at 67 yards on the night on 11 carries.
Now they go under 5 minutes, and he's got a lot of quickness. Kid got hurt in the second quarter. But it's good to see him back out on the field. You hate to see kids get hurt, but South Sevier's got to make a stop now.
Yeah, under 5 to go. 4:53 left in this game. 21-13 Grand with the 1 touchdown lead and the 2-point conversion on the Ivy Lumber scoreboard. Trout sends Arbin in motion, takes a snap, gives to Elmore. Elmore right side dancing, guts inside, gets hit, continues to drive forward as he broke a couple of tackles across midfield, down to about the 47 or 48-yard line.
Boy, that was a lot of action for 2 yards there.
Yes, it was.
Guys flying around, South Sevier coming.
Call it a 2-yard gain for Elmore. So 2nd down and 8. Under 4.5 to go in this one.
Boy, that Williams 74 Brody's a big kid, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Captain of that offensive line for the Red Devils. Trout in the shotgun. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff, going to keep it himself, and Hutt cuts up the middle, has room to run as he breaks through. He's going to have another Mason Machinery first down before Peyton Wood brings him down deep into South Sevier territory near the 35-yard line.
Boy, just a great run that time from the quarterback. And that's the thing about it. You run this option, this flex bone option. You know, a lot of times defensively you kind of don't have a guy assigned to the quarterback necessarily. You keep him in contain. But with these 4 guys that can run the ball, you just got to know where all of them are.
Under 4 minutes to go in the game now. Grand just trying to run out the clock with a 21-13 lead over South Sevier to try to advance to next week's semifinal game against the Beavers of Beaver. An all-South region semifinal. The other side is an all-North region semifinal, Millard and South Summit. Handoff comes. It's on the ground. Arbin able to dive on top of it on the reverse to Arbin. They fumbled it, but he picked it up. And now I think we're going to have a quick timeout called by Coach Zabriskie after a loss of about 3 yards back to the 40-yard line on the play. And so a Monroe City timeout called by the Rams as they now try to stop the clock in this one as they trail. Monroe City Power, proud to provide the lights and other electrical comforts for residents and all South Sevier High School home sporting events. That's Monroe City Power. And, all right, they stop the clock. The ball spotted where? They haven't placed the ball.
It's going to be on about the...
Wait, they're going to call it an incomplete pass.
Well, then they don't have to use a timeout.
No, they don't. They're going to say it was a shovel pass. So incomplete pass instead.
Well, the quarterback's in shotgun, so that guy comes on the fly sweep. He is in front of him.
Well, he handed it off to Elmore. I mean, that's where they do the little thing to Elmore, is it not? On that reverse that they've seen him do all night long.
Does that look like a muffed handoff to me?
That's what I thought, too. In fact, I think Arbin comes from on the backside of Elmore on that play. Unfortunately, our replay is not working, so we can't see it.
You hand off in the front. Interesting.
But I think Elmore hands off in the backside there.
Nonetheless, it's going to be 2nd and 10, and it's to stop the clock. So maybe it was better for South Sevier.
Except for they don't lose the yards. Yeah. Would have lost about 5 yards in the play. Handoff goes to Elmore, hitting the backfield. He's going to keep on going, but Gaylor drives him back. 3 more Rams pile on, and a big loss of yards there for Grand. And now Coach Zabriskie will use his first timeout of the second half. 3:21 to go in the game. On the Ivy Lumber scoreboard, Grand 21 and South Sevier 13. It'll be 3rd down and 12 for the Red Devils when we come back after this Monroe City Power timeout on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Oh, no. Got broken stuff? You've always known Hermanson's Hardware in Ephraim to be your one-stop shop for hardware, building supplies, and help with fixing your broken stuff. But did you also know that they've become Sanpete's destination paint center? Regardless of your paint color, Hermanson's can mix and match it from their database of over 350,000 competitive colors. As always, you can expect good old hometown service from the friendly and knowledgeable staff. Hermanson's Hardware in Ephraim, it's how going to a hardware store should be.
And welcome back here to Grand County High School. 1 timeout used now by South Sevier, just 2 left for the Rams as they trail in this game 21-13. 4th quarter action. We got 3:21 to go in the game. Grand coming out of the timeout with the lead and the ball. 3:27 to go in the game, excuse me.
Well, in this play right here, just
they added 6 seconds onto the clock.
South Sevier season's on the line right here with this play.
Yep, 3rd down on about 12 for Grand, about 11 and a half. Grand coming out of the timeout. Trout will be in the shotgun formation. Not sure what the delay is here. Both teams are out there ready to go, but the umpire sitting on the ball. Now he will step out of the way. 3rd and about 11 and a half for the Red Devils. Trout shotgun formation, takes a snap, gives it to Elmore, inside handoff goes to Arbin. Arbin has a hole to run through. Yates Taylor goes down and he's going to bring him down, but not until he got another big first down, as again they go back to Arbin, and Arbin makes a big play.
Boy, just a great run, and just he cleared out to his left, and boy, plants that left foot in the ground. He just turns up field with a lot of speed, and South Sevier unable to corral him.
16-yard gain for that Mason Machinery first down with 3:14 to go, and Coach Zabriskie going to let the clock run here. And now the other hard part is your South Sevier. Grant is in field goal range for the sophomore kicker Dante Wells. So even if they stop him, they still might not be enough. Trout in the shotgun, takes a snap, gives to Elmore. Elmore right side. He's going to be wrapped up, but not until he picked up about 3 yards down inside the 20-yard line.
He got tackled there and actually kind of knocked him forward for another foot, but
Monroe City Power timeout called by Coach Zabriskie. Once again, Monroe City Power provides electrical comforts for local residents. We'll take the break with Grand driving and leading on South Sevier 21-13. 2:49 to go on the Alvey Lumber scoreboard on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
You've seen Zions Bank's name at sporting events, performances, and fundraisers. We're just about everywhere. Your children and grandchildren see Zions dedicated employees in their classroom, teaching them how to save. We do all this because we have skin in the game. We support South Central Utah because we live and work here too. So we're as committed to this community's future as you are. When it comes to choosing to bank at Zions, rest assured you're selecting a company dedicated to bringing value to South Central Utah's businesses, individuals, and families.
ZionsBank.com, member FDIC.
And so we come out of the timeout. Second down and about 7 now for the Red Devils.
And South Sevier thinking, strip that ball, try to pound that ball loose, whatever you got to do to get a turnover.
Trout shotgun formation, takes a snap. Inside handoff to Arbin. Arbin trying to get the edge. He got a block. Taylor giving chase, and he will push him out of bounds to stop the clock, but it's going to be at about the 16-yard line. And it looks like it's going to be, no, excuse me, that's down to the 10-yard line. Excuse me, I had that wrong. So it will be another Mason Machinery first down, and that will pretty well put the nail in the coffin for the Rams season. Obviously barring a turnover here.
Yeah, they got him out of bounds, but not till the damage was done. And
have it right on the 10, so a 9-yard gain for Arbin. He's at 92 yards in the night on 13 carries. Huge game for Arbin, along with 2 touchdowns to go along with it.
He's just got a little extra speed that you don't see with a lot of teams there, getting to the edge. And
Trout in the shotgun. Gonna wait for that second count. There it is. Takes a snap. Going to be a quarterback keeper. Got a block, and up the middle he goes. Inside the 5, right down near the goal line. At the 1 or 2, looks like the line judge coming back a bit. He's going to come back to about the 4-yard line. So going to be a 6-yard gain for Bryant Trout.
Clock will run now. Under 2 minutes before they snap that. Listen for the ready for play.
Yep, down to 2:19 to go in this game. As Grand looking like they're going to go up 2 scores once again. And now if you're South Sevier, you almost need to just let them score.
Yeah,
and
score a touchdown.
Try to get a couple of big plays and an onside kick. Trout takes a snap. Up the middle he goes, and in the end zone, touchdown, Red Devils. Puts Grand up now 27-13. With 1:57 to go in the game.
Winner of this
Dante
game
Wills on to kick the extra point.
Drop off to play Beaver and Timpview High School. I've been to
So
a
we've
game
been
at
told.
that field. It's an older school, but a nice facility up there, kind of in the mountains and against the mountains just south of Provo.
Kick is up, and that is good. So with 1:57 left in the game, it is now Grand 28, South Sevier 13 on the Alvey Lumber scoreboard. We'll take the break on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and at Centricom Channel 10.
Bargain roofing job failing and your ceiling is damaged? Is your siding looking really shabby? Or you just want a new look? For as little as $150 per month, Clean Cut Roofing and Siding will update your home using 100% American-made products. That's right, all made right here in the great USA. And hey, take 48 to 120 months to pay. Fit it into your budget. Call Clean Cut Roofing and Siding for a free consultation, 435-427-3205. Or check them out on Facebook. Clean Cut Roofing and Siding. Peace of mind every time.
Campus life at Snow College is awesome. On our small, friendly residential campus, you can participate in fun student life events, join student clubs, and cheer on our nationally ranked athletic teams. And if you want adventure, you can find about every outdoor activity imaginable just minutes from campus. Come check out Snow College and see why it's one of the best two-year schools in the nation at snow.edu.
Now Dante Wells on to kick the Chisholm Dentistry kickoff with Grand leading 28-13. Under 2 minutes to go in this game. Obviously for South Sevier, you're hoping for a big play here. And onside kick and another big play to try to tie this game.
And that's the one thing about the wing T. It's a great ball control offense. It's not a strike-quick offense.
So when you're down, it's tough to get those big plays.
It really is. That's the design of the offense, is to run the ball and control the clock. But it's like Air Force and Navy, some of those schools, you know, it's just, then you become just a passing team right now. But return and good tackle over there.
Yeah, great tackle there. Nowhere to go for Brody Carter, the South Sevier Rams.
At the 24-yard line. South Sevier will take over with 151 down 15.
28-13, 151 to go in this game. They're going to give them the forward progress, looks like, up to the 25-yard line for the Rams.
Well, those officials are sneaky. If you notice, they always try to get that ball on a hash. They want to set that chains on a hash mark.
Makes it easy. Look, we had a face mask on Grant. The far side of the field didn't see that flag, so a face mask was called, so that'll give South Sevier better field position.
Just looks like a 5-yarder as well.
Yep, to the 30.
South Sevier is going to need to score quick, strike quick.
Going to go trips right, tight left. One back in the backfield. Winkle rolls to his right. Going to throw on the out route. That's going to be caught. Nope, dropped by Hesse. He couldn't hold on to it. Had it in his hands and couldn't hold on.
They caught it and thought about running. Pretty good coverage over there by Jarrett. That's number 81 for Bailey Shelton, the senior.
Leads the team in interceptions this year, does Shelton.
Catch that ball first, run second.
Looking for the out route there to try to get him out of bounds after a catch. Yep. Hesse couldn't quite hold on to that one.
Good as a timeout if you can stop the clock with the sideline. And
South Sevier just one timeout left in this one. Trips right again. Gaylor the back in the backfield. They're going to pitch it out to him. Trying to get the edge. Cuts back inside. Lost his footing. That's Palmer, not Gaylor in the backfield. He's going to gain a couple of yards. And now a flag will come in. And it looks like it's going to be on South Sevier for another personal foul here after the whistle. South Sevier lineman pleading his case on this one. Play went out to the 33-yard line for a gain of 3 for Palmer.
Well, South Sevier's backing up, so the officials have told them it's on them.
Right. There's going to be a personal foul on the Rams, another personal foul on the Rams. So that'll march them back from the 33 back to the 18-yard line. South Sevier well over 100 yards in penalties tonight. Obviously has not helped their cause.
They're going to wind this clock in a minute, get that clock started. Because tackle's made on a run.
So 82 yards to go with 1:37 left in this one. South Sevier down 28-13. Trips left this time. Now Chisholm, the lone back in the backfield. Winkle rolls to his left, looking to throw. Throws across the middle, has Peyton Wood open, and Wood with room to run. Got a block. He's down the middle of the field. And Dante Wells gives chase and knocks the ball loose. And it's going to be recovered by Grand, or did he go out of bounds? That's the question there.
If his knee's out of bounds.
Let's see what they say. The back judge is bringing the ball back down to where Peyton Wood went down.
So they're going to say his knee was down and it's South Sevier ball. That's the only thing they can say right there.
Otherwise, they wouldn't be moving it. Yeah. They're going to put it at the 41-yard line and say it is a first down for South Sevier. Big play there for the Rams. Going to go about 40 yards on the play, 41 yards.
Big run from Peyton Wood. Grant doesn't like that call, Robert.
No, they don't. The Red Devils fans do not. Trips left. Winkle again rolls to his left. Looks to throw. Heavy pressure coming. And he gets rid of it to the sideline. That's going to be a flag on the play. They're going to say a catch inbounds, shy of the first down marker, but a flag is down. Likely in the area of a hold on South Sevier with a minute 16 to go in this one.
Well, Branson Palmer ended up on the ground. Let's see what they call this.
Looks like it is going to go against South Sevier as they're marching back again. So it'll negate the completed pass for about 8 yards. By the way, Trayson Winkle tonight has passed over the 1,000-yard mark on the season.
Junior.
They still haven't placed the ball yet.
Looking for a referee. He's calling a hold. That's a big, bringing the ball all the way back on the other side of the field to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, it's a 15-yard penalty essentially with where the flag threw. 1:16 left, 28-13 Grand leading South Sevier. Twins to each side, one back in the backfield. Winkle now in the pistol formation. Takes a snap. Drops the pass. Heavy rush coming. Avoids it as he got a block. Throws down the field. Has a wide open man. Brody Carter and underthrew it. Winkle on the run. Couldn't quite complete it. Carter was wide open as he was 3 steps behind the defense.
And Brody was, Winkle was running for his life out to the right, but boy, pretty athletic play. It was a tough play. It's a tough play if he just could have got it in the air.
Yep.
Just floated down
kind
there.
Kind of threw a line drive there. If he can get some air on that one, Brody Carter could have a chance to run underneath it and go 6.
I think he felt the pressure coming from behind. I think he thought he had to get rid of that ball. And
so that'll make it second down and about 25 now for the Rams, right near midfield. Twins to each side. Gun in the pistol formation. Winkle drops the pass. Pump fake. Now going to throw down the sideline looking for Wood. That's going to be caught. Peyton Wood down the sideline will be tripped up inside the 20. And they're going to wind the clock, but it is a first down, so they'll stop it to move the chains, but a big play there for the Rams.
What a great throw. He didn't throw back shoulder, threw to that front shoulder. Got single coverage. South Sevier with 1:01. Quick strike here and an onside kick.
So they're going to do a quick spike, I think, here to stop the clock. Yes, they do. So a spike to stop the clock with 58 seconds left. They have the ball at the 16-yard line after the big play to Peyton Wood.
Well, that was just a great throw that time.
Yes, it was. Peyton Wood, 2 41-yard receptions in this drive.
South Sevier's ready to roll here.
So second down and 10 inside the 20, nearing that Apex Foot and Ankle Institute end zone with Dr. Viliami Vakauda Kakala. Trips right. Winkle rolls to his right. Looking for the end zone. Going to throw underneath instead. That's going to be caught, and a flag's going to come in. That'll be roughing the passer on Grand. The ball was caught at just shy of the 10, but we're going to tack on the roughing the passer penalty here.
Yeah, Trent Elmore came in. He may have not seen him get rid of the ball, but gave Winkle a little pop. That's an automatic first down.
So roughing the passer is going to move at half the distance to the goal. Just shy of the 5-yard line. 53 seconds left. They're not going to wind the clock yet as the White Cat doesn't have his flag. Winkle takes a snap, gives it Chisholm. Chisholm over the middle, fights for the dives for the end zone. He's going to be just shy. A 4-yard pickup. That'll make it now second and goal for the Rams, and it looks like they're going to use their final timeout. So South Sevier 1 yard away from making it a 1-score game, and then an onside kick, and we'll see.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it is. Great drive by Trayson Winkle. One really pass that was poorly thrown to Brody Carter that could have been a touchdown possibly, but he's had some nice passes downfield. Peyton Wood, a couple of 41-yard receptions.
And he's done it on the run.
Yeah, he
Running
has.
for his life. And Grand looking to stop that. Grand still has, with an onside kick, it'd have been nice to keep that timeout.
Yeah.
Because that made a difference because you could have thrown the ball in the middle of the field and called a timeout. But right now they got bigger things at hand, and that's to score. And you go for 2 now, or do you wait till most coaches will wait till the second touchdown?
I wouldn't chase it until you know you need it. Because if you go for 2 and you don't get it here, you know it's over.
Yeah.
You know it's over. So keep the hope alive. 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line now for the Rams, coming out of the Monroe City Power timeout. Monroe City Power provides the electrical comforts for local residents and all South Sevier High School home sporting events.
Does just Coach Z just challenge that offensive line and just run quarterback sneak here, or what do you think?
Chisholm, the lone tailback, going to send a man in motion, and it is the quarterback sneak. Winkle getting a push from behind. He is in the end zone. Touchdown Rams with 41 seconds left. And they've got to make the extra point here, though, to make sure they can even have a chance at the onside kick.
High school football quarterfinals, it just doesn't get funner than this, Robert, does it?
A great playoff atmosphere here tonight. Trayson Winkle with his 2nd touchdown run of the night. Are they going for 2, though?
28-19.
They're going for 2 now.
Yeah.
So they're going for 2 now. Again, the hard part here for me is if you don't get it, you know it's over. Because you can't get 9 in 40 seconds. Winkle under center, takes a snap, gives it Chisholm. He throws the dump pass over the top, caught by Hesse, and he's able to get the 2-point conversion, and South Sevier makes it a 7-point game.
Is that Chisholm's first touchdown pass?
It's a 2-point conversion pass, but it might be as they make it work. He hands the Chisholm, and Chisholm just throws it over the line to Hesse, and it's 28-21, 42 seconds left on the Alvey Lumber scoreboard. Onside kick coming on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Sevier Valley Hospital supports our local athletes, not only during the game, but when they need some help to get back into it too. Our own team of starters includes physicians who specialize in orthopedic and general surgery, ENT, podiatry, family and internal medicine, pain management, and other areas of care. And they work to repair sports and everyday injuries right at our hospital, helping to keep both our athletes and their fans close to home for your care. Sevier Valley Hospital, healing for life.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking in Salina has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking in Salina is now hiring local drivers. If you're looking for a solid career in the trucking industry that has a positive working environment, join the big blue trucks of Barney Trucking. The job includes benefits, training, retirement, and requires a Class A CDL license and an endorsement for doubles and triples. To apply, go to barneytrucking.com or call 529-4422. That's 529-4422.
Onside kick coming from South Sevier. Taylor makes his approach. There's the kick. It's going to go too far and picked up by Grand as it did not just go 10. It went about 20, and Grand will be able to take a couple of knees and end this one. As South Sevier with a great effort, they're going to fall short tonight, 28-21 to the Red Devils of Grand.
You want to get that ball, it's that second pop, right? You want to kick that ball up high.
Needs to have that bounce high in the air.
Get that ball up in the air. Once you get it in the air, then all bets are off. But if a ball doesn't get above waist high on an onside kick, chance of recovering it from the kick team is next to none.
So Grand will come out with 41 seconds left. Once again, they can just take a couple of knees here and have this one come to an end. There's the first one from Trout.
And it depends on when they do the ready for play, whether they even have to snap it again. Let's listen for the whistle.
Grand and South Sevier players giving each other 5 there on the line of scrimmage. And
there's
they will
ready
not
for
have
play.
to
They
snap
don't have to
it. They
snap
will
it.
not have to snap it, so that will do it for this one. As they got about 16 seconds left to run off the clock, Grand will advance to play Beaver next week in the semifinals at what we have been told is going to be Timpview High School for the 2A semifinal games. A 28-21 win. South Sevier, again, great effort against the team that beat them by 34-14 last time on this field, but they fall short and have their season come to an end as Grand will advance the semifinals. Final score, 28-21, Grand over South Sevier on the Alvey Lumber scoreboard. We'll take the break and come back with the Sunrise Engineering postgame show next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
When it comes to communication solutions for your business, Centra Fiax by Centricom gets it right. We've got the right data connection with dedicated bandwidth up to 10 gig. plus an in-house network operations center for responsive local support from super smart service professionals. Centra FIOX offers SD-WAN service to connect all your business locations securely and the right digital voice solutions to fit your exact needs. Make the right call. Contact a business specialist at Centracom for customized Centra FIOX solutions to make your business thrive.
You've seen Zions Bank's name at sporting events, performances, and fundraisers. We're just about everywhere. Your children and grandchildren see Zions dedicated employees in their classroom, teaching them how to save. We do all this because we have skin in the game. We support South Central Utah because we live and work here too. So we're as committed to this community's future as you are. When it comes to choosing to bank at Zions, rest assured you're selecting a company dedicated to bringing value to South Central Utah's businesses, individuals, and families.
ZionsBank.com, member FDIC.
Mountain Land Supply of Richfield is the Central Utah leader in plumbing, waterworks, turf, and ag irrigation. Mountain Land Supply features an entire line of Rainbird sprinklers and systems for your yard or commercial property and backs it up with an extremely knowledgeable staff that cares about the local community because they live here. Visit them at 2104 South Red Hills Drive in Richfield or call for a showroom appointment 435-896-9606. Mountain Land Supply is proud to sponsor high school sports and wishes the teams, coaches, and players success.
Robinson Transport is a major part of the Central Utah economy by hauling supplies to maintain the energy needs of Utah and surrounding states. The management extends a sincere appreciation to all of their drivers for their hard work and dedication. Robinson Transport fully supports the education of our area youth and their participation in athletic competition. Should you need any construction equipment, topsoil, gravel, or concrete work, remember Robinson Transport of Salina, a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
Monroe Family Medicine Revere Health will accommodate you with personalized primary, acute, and chronic care. They provide in-house x-rays, blood draws, and EKGs. They do all types of physicals like CDL, school, sports, and missionary, to name just a few. Nurse practitioners Jason Okerlund and Drake Mason and their staff are proud to serve all of Sevier County. For patient care and concern at its finest, visit Monroe Family Medicine, 568 South Main, Monroe. Call 527-8866, 527-8866.
And welcome back here to Grand County High School. This is the Sunrise Engineering postgame show. Sunrise Engineering, promoting athletic and academic excellence. Visit them at sunrise-eng.com. And your final Grand 28, South Sevier 21. Grand advance to the semifinals to play Beaver next week. And we're joined now on the postgame show by Coach Weston Zabriskie of the South Sevier Rams. And Coach, first of all, thanks for joining me. Tough loss tonight. You have your season unfortunately come to an end earlier than you would have liked. Yeah. First of all, your takeaway from this game, battled right down to the end, an onside kick away from having a chance to maybe tie this game.
Yeah, battled. A few miscues cost us. We gave them a short field twice, and when you lose by 7 and give them short field twice, that they scored both times. That's not good.
You look at the way this game played out, and we talked before the game that you felt like you had a good chance to try to come in here and knock off this team. And as you mentioned, the short fields obviously hurt things there. But what did you see out of your team, especially in the second half when you're down 14-7? Couldn't really run the ball in the first half, just 21 rushing yards, but Ivy finishing with well over 100 rushing yards on the night. What did you see out of your team in the second half?
The kids battled. They came out, they played hard, and they battled all year, and that's frustrating. You hate to see a group like this have it end when they've battled so well.
When you look at, obviously, some of your guys tonight, I want to talk first about your junior quarterback, Trayson Winkle. I thought, and we've talked about it before, it really played well down the stretch, especially we felt like in this game. I thought he had a good game tonight. I haven't thrown for over 170 yards on the night. What did you see out of him, knowing especially you got him coming back for his senior year?
You know what? He's played well, and he's, like you said, he's gotten better, and that's what all you can ask for. It's nice to have him come back. Wish he could stay with this group a little bit longer. I love this group of kids that we have, and but he's playing well, and that's encouraging. Hopefully he can have it play over into other sports and then into next year.
You look at this senior group, and I want to ask you about them, as we'll let you get with them here in a minute, but obviously a group of seniors that has seen quite a bit of success on the football field here, headlined by Tyson Chisholm, Division I football player next year. What has this senior group meant to this football program?
They're special. Every group's special. This is a fun group of kids, though. We were talking, earlier today, they just enjoy being around with each other and enjoy playing with each other. So it's a lot of fun that way. They're going to be missed. They bring a lot to the program, and especially a kid like Tyson's really going to be missed. But it's just a fun group, and you enjoy being around them. But it's coaching, and if you're just coaching for the season, you're not coaching for the right job. Hopefully we've built lifelong relationships, and I want to see these kids grow. and really, you measure success of a team. It's going to be 10 years from now. What kind of fathers, what kind of husbands, what kind of community members are these kids, and that's really the goal.
When you look at the guys you do have coming back, though, obviously, as we talked about, Trayson Winkle at quarterback going to be another one that would be a 3-year starter, I would assume, next year at quarterback for you. What do you want to see out of the guys going back next year off of this team?
It's work all summer, work all off season to get better. Play a different sport. Basketball, wrestling, starting out, play basketball, wrestle, do something in the spring, run track, play baseball, do all those sports to stay competitive, and then in the summer use the time to get stronger and get better and come out with a renewed focus next year. We got a lot, like I said, we got a lot of skill guys coming back next year, some linemen. We might have to give a little bit of a different look, but should be pretty encouraging with everybody coming back.
Once again, Coach Weston Zabriskie, the Salesville Rams here inside the Sunrise Engineering postgame show as their season comes to an end here tonight at Grand County High School, falling 28-21. Coach, always appreciate you joining us in the booth before, after the games. Always gracious, and we appreciate you doing that. And thank you for joining us again here tonight. And we'll look forward now to next season.
All right, thanks for having me, guys.
Once again, Coach Zabriskie here inside the Sunrise Engineering postgame show on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Campus life at Snow College is awesome. On our small, friendly residential campus, you can participate in fun student life events, join student clubs, and cheer on our nationally ranked athletic teams. And if you want adventure, you can find about every outdoor activity imaginable just minutes from campus. Come check out Snow College and see why it's one of the best 2-year schools in the nation at snow.edu. Campus life at Snow College is awesome.
Sevier Valley Hospital supports our local athletes, not only during the game, but when they need some help to get back into it too. Our own team of starters includes physicians who specialize in orthopedic and general surgery, ENT, podiatry, family and internal medicine, pain management, and other areas of care. And they work to repair sports and everyday injuries right at our hospital, helping to keep both our athletes and their fans close to home for your care. Sevier Valley Hospital, healing for life.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking in Salina has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking in Salina is now hiring local drivers. If you're looking for a solid career in the trucking industry that has a positive working environment, join the big blue trucks of Barney Trucking. The job includes benefits, training, retirement, and requires a Class A CDL license and an endorsement for doubles and triples. To apply, go to barneytrucking.com or call 529-4422. That's 529-4422.
No matter how you connect, Centricom delivers fast, reliable internet and powerful whole-home mesh Wi-Fi throughout your home for intense gaming, easy sharing, and buffer-free streaming on every device all at once. With experts ready to help. Connect to faster internet. Connect with Centra Wi-Fi. Connect to now. Call or click Centricom.com to upgrade your internet today.
You've seen Zions Bank's name at sporting events, performances, and fundraisers. We're just about everywhere. Your children and grandchildren see Zions dedicated employees in their classroom, teaching them how to save. We do all this because we have skin in the game. We support South Central Utah because we live and work here too. So we're as committed to this community's future as you are. When it comes to choosing to bank at Zions, rest assured you're selecting a company dedicated to bringing value to South Central Utah's businesses, individuals, and families.
ZionsBank.com, member FDIC.
Mountain Land Supply of Richfield is the Central Utah leader in plumbing, waterworks, turf, and ag irrigation. Mountain Land Supply features an entire line of Rainbird sprinklers and systems for your yard or commercial property and backs it up with an extremely knowledgeable staff that cares about the local community because they live here. Visit them at 2104 South Red Hills Drive in Richfield or call for a showroom appointment 435-896-9606. Mountain Land Supply is proud to sponsor high school sports and wishes the teams, coaches, and players success. Mountain Land Supply of Richfield is the Central Utah leader in plumbing, waterworks, turf, and ag irrigation. Mountain Land Supply features an entire line of Rainbird sprinklers and systems for your yard or commercial property and backs it up with an extremely knowledgeable staff that cares about the local community because they live here. Visit them at 2104 South Red Hills Drive in Richfield or call for a showroom appointment 435-896-9606. Mountain Land Supply is proud to sponsor high school sports and wishes the teams, coaches, and players success.
And welcome back here to Grand County High School. Robert Lovell with you alongside Curtis Marsh inside the Sunrise Engineering postgame show. Sunrise Engineering, creating solutions that work and relationships that last. Learn more at sunrise-eng.com. Curtis, you got to hear Coach Zabrisky's final thoughts there on the season, and obviously tough loss here tonight to end the season. But your thoughts on what he had to say.
I always appreciate Coach Z coming up and talking. You know, some coaches don't like to talk after a loss, and he always comes up and shares his views, and obviously very passionate. And, you know, it's hard. You put a lot into your season. You put a lot into everything, and it comes down to a game like this that you come up short, and it's just, you know, you could just see it. It's just tough, and you'd expect that kind of passion from your head coach to want to win too. But, you know, I think what I think of most when I think of this season is to talk real quick about the seniors, Yates Taylor and Branson Palmer, Brad Taylor, Peyton Wood, Tucker Gaylor, Wyatt Morrison, Tyson Chisholm, Heston Hutchings, Zach Roberts. You know, those seniors, you go through a lot by the time you get to that senior year, you know, and you create a bond and a brothership that I don't think you get really in any other sport, you know, and maybe I'm just a little prejudiced, but it kind of bonds you together in football because it's such a tough physical game, you know, and congratulations to those young men for representing South Sevier, I think, with really well throughout their career, and just quality young kids.
Let's take a look at the final stats on this one, brought to you by Sorensen Levitt Insurance. Proud to support the high school teams in our area. That's Sorensen Levitt Insurance, offering multiple insurance agencies, including auto owners insurance. For all your home, auto, and business insurance needs, give Corey Sorensen a call in Richfield at 896-4471 or Cena Rasmussen in Salina at 529-7471. And for this one, I actually have the game, the final stats here with South Sevier, 300 yards on the night, and Grand 296 yards on the night. So with South Sevier, especially the last couple of drives there where they marched down the field, getting some big yardage in this one. That was after Grand, by my count, had about 55 more yards in the first half. But so a good second half by South Sevier. Just wasn't quite enough as they fall 28-21. I have for South Sevier 300 yards on the night, 177 yards passing in the game by Trayson Winkle. Of course, a lot of them coming in that the last couple of drives. I have them, I think, 9 for 20 in the game. I might have missed some passes there for sure as they started doing the hurry-up offense, but I have them about 9 for 20 for 177 yards. Did throw one interception as well. Leading away, receiving-wise, I had Peyton Wood, 2 catches for 82 yards. Tucker Gaylor, 2 catches for 36 yards. Tyson Chisholm, 2 catches for 14 yards. Branson Palmer, 1 for 24. Wyatt Morrison, 1 for 15. And Brody Carter, I believe it was Brody Carter there down near the end for 1 for 6 yards. Then not on here because of the two-point conversion, but the two-point conversion pass from Tyson Chisholm to Cooper Hesse as well to make it, at the time, 28-21. And then rushing-wise for South Sevier, Tyson Chisholm carries it 24 times, goes 106 yards on the night. He will complete his season. Again, these are unofficial stats, but he'll complete his season by my count at 1,874 yards on the year. Great rushing season for Tyson Chisholm. And then he also had a touchdown on the game as well, an 8-yard touchdown run. And then Branson Palmer had 7 carries for 19 yards. Tucker Gaylor, 3 carries for 3 yards. Brody Carter had 2 carries for -3 yards. Trayson Winkle had 5 carries for -10 yards, but 2 touchdowns. Both of them 1-yard touchdown runs.
-10 for a quarterback's not bad, especially where he's not a running quarterback.
Right.
So
got sacked a couple of times, and then he had 3 1-yard runs, 2 of those for touchdowns. And so there's your final rushing stats for South Sevier. And for the Grand Red Devils, I have them at 296 yards on the night, 287 of those coming on the ground. 3 players over 90 yards. Trent Elmore, 17 carries, 93 yards. Bryant Trout, 22 carries, 93 yards. Corbin Arbin, 13 carries, 92 yards.
Boy, that's
pretty
just
impressive.
Balance.
Yeah. And then Chris Thompson, 1 carry for 9 yards. Passing-wise, I had Bryant Trout going just 1 for 6 passing for 4 yards and an interception. And then the crazy play where the fullback, Chris Thompson, able to flip it as he's getting tackled to Bryant Trout. So he was 1 for 1 for 5 yards. Trey Meyer had the one other catch for 4 yards in the game for the Red Devils. So there's your final stats. Again, unofficially, I have South Sevier at 300, Grand at 296, but Grand gets the job done. 2 short fields, and Coach Zabriskie mentioned that. They had to go on their very first drive. They only had to go 24 yards. They got it in. Then the 2-yard punt or 7-yard punt, they went 14 yards and got it in. So they had 2 touchdown drives that totaled a total of 38 yards.
Boy, you put a team like that in a short field, and you're gonna lose a lot of matchups like that, and that's unfortunate. But turnovers and that's a part of the game, and it's a tough pill to swallow tonight for South Sevier. But congratulations to Grand.
Yes, it is. We'll take one more quick break, and we'll come back and wrap things up next here from Grand County High School on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Robinson Transport is a major part of the central Utah economy by hauling supplies to maintain the energy needs of Utah and surrounding states. The management extends a sincere appreciation to all of their drivers for their hard work and dedication. Robinson Transport fully supports the education of our area youth and their participation in athletic competition. Should you need any construction equipment, topsoil, gravel, or concrete work, remember Robinson Transport of Salina, a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
Monroe Family Medicine Revere Health will accommodate you with personalized primary, acute, and chronic care. They provide in-house x-rays, blood draws, and EKGs. They do all types of physicals like CDL, school, sports, and missionary, to name just a few. Nurse practitioners Jason Okerlund and Drake Mason and their staff are proud to serve all of Sevier County. For patient care and concern at its finest, visit Monroe Family Medicine, 568 South Main, Monroe. Call 527-8866, 527-8866.
Looking for an affordable education? Come check out Snow College. Snow has the lowest cost tuition and housing in Utah. In fact, you can live in student housing for less than staying in your parents' basement and attending a university. At Snow College, it's all about you, where you get an individualized education and one-on-one time with your professors in very small classes, even as freshmen taking general eds. Come check out Snow College and see why it's one of the best 2-year schools in the nation at snow.edu.
And welcome back here to the Sunrise Engineering post-game show. Sunrise Engineering, serving communities like yours all over the western United States. That's Sunrise Engineering. Your final Grand 28, South Sevier 21. As Grand advances to the semifinals, they'll play Beaver next week, by what we've been told is at Timpview High School. And South Sevier has their season come to an end. On the other side of the bracket, it is an all-north region bracket with Millard upsetting San Juan, kind of upsetting. I have Millard ranked higher than San Juan, and so do our Mid-Utah Radio High School football rankings. But on the road against the higher seed, Millard gets the win over San Juan 17-13, so they advance to play the top seed and number 1 ranked team, South Summit, next week on the other side, other semifinal game. And so you've got the 2 semifinals set for the 2A classification this next week.
Yeah, should be good games. You got to favor South Summit. They have been from the start, but I'll tell you, if there's a team out there that could defend against South Summit, it could be these Grand Red Devils.
Yeah.
They swarmed to the ball. And hey, can we do a shout out to a couple of young men made the season really good for our listeners and our watchers? Miles Matthew and Dex Dalton.
Yeah, that's right. Appreciate them on the cameras this year. Miles with us here in Moab tonight. And in the 1A classification, we did have Parowan getting the win 27-0 over Altamont. Milford beat Layton Christian 41-27, and Monticello shut out Rich. I think at the final that was 41-0. So Monticello and Milford in 1A semifinal, and it'll be Parowan against the Duchesne Kanab winner. That Duchesne Kanab game is tomorrow, 3 o'clock in Duchesne. That'll be on our sister station for radio, Classy FM, KMGR, and Local 10.TV, Centricom Channel 10. So you can stay tuned for that 1A game. Then in the 3A classification tonight, it is Morgan beating Juab 24-22, and I told you at the time, Curtis, that just kind of epitomizes Juab's season. So close every game, they just couldn't quite pull them out often enough, and tonight they fall 2 points shy in Morgan. So Morgan advances. North Sanpete beat Union 21-7. So Morgan, North Sanpete in 1 semifinal, and then Summit Academy beat Richfield 40-21. And last score we had, Juan Diego was on top of Grantsville fairly handily, 27-8 in the 4th quarter. Let's see if I can get a final for you on that one. 41-14 is the final. So Juan Diego does get the win there over Grantsville. So it'll be Juan Diego Summit Academy on one side, Morgan, North Sanpete on the other side in the 3A semifinal. So some great games tonight in the 1A, 2A, and 3A classification. One more quarterfinal to go in the lower 3, and that is Kanab Duchesne tomorrow afternoon. Well, Curtis, as we'll wrap up the season tonight here for South Sevier and wrap up our broadcast as Grand gets the 28-21 win. Your final thoughts?
It's been a pleasure. I just don't think there's any sport quite like high school football. And one team advances and one team doesn't. We'd like to advance, but shout out to those seniors we talked about early, and good luck. These semifinals ought to be interesting.
Yeah, should be a lot of fun. Of course, we'll bring you that coverage on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10 this next week. They have, but we've been told, 3A at Provo High School, 2A at Timpview, and 1A at Payson High School. If Kanab upsets Duchesne tomorrow, the Kanab-Parowan game would be played in Cedar as opposed to at Payson High School. But the Milford-Monticello game will be at Payson High School this next Saturday. All of them on Saturday as opposed to the Friday-Saturday like they have done in the past. Again, your final Grand 28, South Sevier 21. That's going to do it for us here tonight. Appreciate once again the guys back at the studio. And Miles Mathley on the camera tonight. He's Curtis Marsh. I'm Robert Lovell. Thank you for listening and watching on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10. And have a great weekend, everybody.
You've been listening to exciting high school football action on South Central Utah's sports leaders, Mid-Utah Radio and Centricom Channel 10. This sports broadcast has been brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. Join us next time for more exciting high school football action on Centricom Channel 10 and Mid-Utah Radio.